His pleasure.
No, they deserve to be on there.
Okay.
But I didn't go past like beyond 1990. I didn't go like 80s and 70s.
Yeah. No.
I only did teams like I watched.
Yes. I thought about doing the Cavaliers.
And then I like compared it to statistics saying what team was actually.
You can tell all the fans your nerdy stuff when we start, bro.
Yeah.
We should address the elephant in the room. George talking about G.I. Joe, the greatest cartoon of all time.
It is.
No, it's not.
Elephant in the room. That's the least controversial statement ever.
First of all, G.I. Joe is one of the worst cartoons of all time.
You smoking.
Now, when we did top 10,
If you watch it when you're 40, yes, but you watch it when you're a kid, fire.
No. See,
it doesn't compare.
Transformers is way better.
No, it's not.
Transformers is better than
G.I. Joe.
Same. Put it in the scale. It'd be the same. It'd be even weighted.
You know what's funny is that when we did top 10 cartoons.
You never said one thing.
Yes, I know.
No, we all did. We had G.I. Joe pretty high.
I probably had G.I. Joe.
We all had G.I. Joe pretty high. We all might have had G.I. Joe at number 1, maybe. Except me. But G.I. Joe being the highest level. G.I. Joe is one of the worst military forces of all time. It's not even a joke. They have a ninja from Japan, Snake Eyes, and they fight a cobra. Or whatever the name is.
He's fired.
And they shoot lasers.
Don't act like Snake Eyes wasn't the greatest cartoon character ever or like toy when we were kids.
He wasn't American though. They were American heroes.
Fam, they didn't say that when you buy the toy when you were a kid though. It's just G.I. Joes.
Okay.
It's just G.I. Joes and you got Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes, everyone wanted Snake Eyes when you were a kid.
Of course, he was a ninja. Anybody wanted a ninja when he was kids.
So I'm wrong?
And G.I. Joe was great because of the information they taught you at the end of the show, knowing it's half the battle.
Yeah, that's another thing. Everyone will remember that statement forever.
It's more important than G.I. Joe.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. No. And you know how white G.I. Joe is? The Snake Eye movie is going to be better than both G.I. Joe movies created.
Facts. You said whack or white? I think you said how white he is.
Whack is. That Snake Eyes movie is going to be way better than both G.I. Joe movies.
Well, who directed it? It already looks better. I mean, both G.I. Joe movies look like they were done by like cartoonish
Michael Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Michael Bay's alright.
Transformers were entertaining, but it wasn't like good movies.
Transformers and a good character to movie.
And Tyrese was in it, so I mean,
Transformers 1 was fun.
Now Tyrese
1 and 2.
Now
1 and 3 were
Jody Tyrese good. Fast and Furious Tyrese okay, but Tyrese being a Navy SEAL in Transformers, I mean,
He was a Army Ranger. He wasn't a Navy SEAL.
Same level.
Same
thing. Alright. Operator is an operator, fam.
He was on a boat in some movie though. What was he on? Tyrese. Was it like a? Was it him and
He's been military in other movies. I
know
he
was Annapolis, I think, with James Franco. Yes. Alright, let's do this.
I hope you. Speaking of Hunt for the Red October, Tom Clancy, right? I hope you watched the new one.
A new what?
No, well, the one that just came out with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Called Rainbow Six.
I haven't watched it. I gotta find time to watch it. There's 2 movies I need to watch. That one and Angelina Jolie
What's
movie.
The new one?
It's called.
That one's alright. That one's alright. It's not as good. It's not as good, but it's alright. It makes it entertaining. But it makes no sense.
Creed 3? Huh? When did Creed 3 come out?
No. Michael Bay.
Pour this water down your throat.
What are y'all talking about?
The movie that just came out on Amazon Prime, the new Jack Ryan's not in it. It's a Tom Clancy movie with Michael B. Jordan.
Rainbow Six.
It's part of the thing, but that's not called Rainbow Six.
Why do I haven't watched so big?
Without remorse.
Yeah.
God dang, what you got? I haven't watched.
Yes, you got an iPad Air and he got an iPad.
Niggas watch every shit in my life.
What are you talking about? It's the same as yours.
No, it's not. Look how big yours is. Pause. Yo, think this podcast episode 248. George, Greg, back in the building. Ryan is in the building.
Big watches.
This is an OG episode. Appreciate Ryan coming through. Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, shares this podcast.
I'm going retro too, man.
Oh no!
I'm going retro too, man.
I guess you ain't going to Zips after.
He said, "You want me to come pick you up and give you a ride?" Like, no.
I thought I was like, George riding, man. George about to get a new whip though.
There's 3 people I would never ever ride with drunk: you, Andy, and Fedora Man.
You better say me too, cause
you don't. But I mean, I don't know. I mean,
first of all, we're gonna be over an hour and a half.
I mean, yeah, I've heard some stories about you falling off stuff in Atlanta and stuff, but I mean, I ain't heard no stories about you driving drunk crazy.
Bro,
you might want to cut that out for your next resume.
Bro, when he was texting
I didn't
us
say nothing.
in Atlanta at a Walmart trying to charge his phone, I don't think I've ever
Oh
lied.
no, that was Texas.
Texas?
I don't think
think
I just remember when he said he
You
fell
remember?
off.
He's like, I'm drunk at Walmart.
He went
trying to charge my
backwards.
phone?
No, I just remember he walked backwards and fell off that thing in Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah, I went up that parking lot thing, fell off the parking lot.
He said it was like a 10-foot drop.
Man, I
Who
fell
does that?
I was like this walking and fell and like I stepped like just a regular step. It was like a cartoon, like people like that. And I hit the ground and I looked
Who
up.
does that?
I looked.
Suspended, and then that
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote.
I fell, and when I fell, I was like, "Oh, I broke my leg for certain." and I was on my back, and I looked up. I could see undercars. That's how far I fell. I was like, "Oh my god!" I could see the bottom, and then everybody was like, "This, Greg, Greg," and I walked out, and I said, "Hey, y'all think I broke my leg?" And my uncle goes, "That's it. We gotta go." Greg broke his leg. And I left my driver's license in there because we went to this bar. I gave my driver's license, but we were in the kitchen trying to find wings and french fries in the restaurant. We was in the kitchen trying to cook, me and the homies. Crazy night. We do some fun stuff after we all go off. Everybody, let's subscribe to this podcast. We're doing top 10 NBA teams that should have won a championship.
Yes.
To us.
Like the best teams that didn't end up winning.
Didn't win a championship.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Because I had a hard time making this list.
So
I did
I mean,
it
as like they lost to a team you thought was not as good as them.
No, okay, so I did mine a little different. I did for instance, number 1.
I'll give a spoiler on my list, but it's number 1. But I don't care.
So number 1 should be, what was it? 15-16 Warriors, 79 win team. But I didn't count that because they won the year before and the year after. So they won.
They won the most games of all time, and they had the best team rating of all time.
Wait, so both of y'all got that at number 1?
I didn't put it on my list.
Oh, you got to put it on your list.
I didn't put it on my list because they won championships. I picked teams that didn't win a championship, and they were great teams for
I got those kind of teams on there too. I just made a list of the best teams.
List. Let me see.
The best teams basically from my childhood through now. Again, I didn't do nothing pre-1990. I don't even know if you started.
You started? Yeah, we started.
No, I know, but I'm saying intro or whatever else.
Yeah, we said, hey, welcome to Sneak This.
Yeah, but I interrupted.
Whatever. Episode.
Okay, so I see what
I don't think you got that far.
Yeah, I did. I did that.
Look,
I got 2 teams on here that won championships in the last 10 years. So
I just added it because they won the most games of all time and the highest team rating of all time. I mean, it's by far number 1.
it should be.
The team that won 73 games didn't win the championship?
But it should be 1-2 how they lost it. Because
that should have been a spoiler anyways, because a lot of people listening probably would have picked the same thing. I mean,
I don't have it at number 1.
I don't even have a list.
That's fine.
You
made it for a different reason. You didn't say because they don't deserve to be on there. It's just your own list.
Yes.
It's different.
But he doesn't even have it on it because he hates Steph Curry.
I was a fan of him last
That's
week.
what made no sense. On this show for 2 years or whatever, hates Steph Curry every show, and then you texting I hate.
I'm tired of LeBron.
You love LeBron.
I'm tired of LeBron.
Literally from Cleveland, and now you hating.
Not when I saw him on his back looking out like that.
Just because the Suns is playing LeBron.
No, I'm done with him.
Look, LeBron has been.
That meme will end up on the level of the Jordan crying meme. I think
It's surpassed it.
It'll surpass it. Drunk crying memes.
But actually, Jordan crying memes ever since the documentary is not even important anymore. The one where he does this in the documentary, that one took over the top. From
which one?
Crying one where he was looking at the thing on the iPad and he was like,
well, it didn't take over. Take over?
I think it might be over the top of Jordan crying meme. Just because it was they were talking about someone who's said he was better than Jordan, and Jordan looked at it and was like,
I don't know if it took over though.
I think it did.
took over is a rough one to do. Crime Me now has morphed into other people's faces.
I remember 3 things from the Jordan documentary. Jordan doing that face, man going like this when he hit the quarters thing with that Jerry curl, and
that's light.
And Jordan 1's blowing up immediately after.
And he took that.
I mean, I grew up during that whole era, so I know a lot about all those teams. Oh, and Rodman needing a break just to go to Vegas for a weekend. Like no team, any player do that.
Okay, you talk about like
Johnny Manziel.
Okay, he needed a break.
Johnny Manziel is not a Hall of Famer. Number 1, Dennis Rodman's a Hall of Famer.
James Harden.
Damn, you know how bad Dennis Rodman would make DeAndre Ayton look on rebounding? Oh my God, DeAndre Ayton wouldn't get a single rebound.
Ayton, Gobert, all of them.
Harrell destroyed. Okay, AD played that shit in game 1. He won't ever have a game that bad ever again. But Harrell bodied Ayton when he was in the game. That's why I don't know why they didn't play him more.
They don't. Ever since they got what's his name from Drummond, they don't play around that much no more.
I'm not saying Ayton didn't play well, but for people who know how to watch the game, where you watch a player. Fam, he didn't play hard. If he played hard, he should have 60 and 30 every game.
Yeah, a lot of his play is predicated on it just happens to be very fortunate for him. It isn't like Aiden gets the ball and you ooh, it just happened to work out. It's CP3 effect.
I mean, I would say, it's not 100% of the time. 60% of the time, a shot goes up. He doesn't look for someone to block out. He just turns around. He knows he's 7 feet and he's athletic, and that's how he gets a rebound. You can't. I mean, Dennis Rodman will smack him. Like, what are you doing? Zero effort. Are you that big and that talented? The fact he got 20 and 15 with no effort whatsoever should tell you how much talent he has.
Well, I think my list is fire and whack. So I haven't made a decision yet. So we'll have to see.
Decision about what? Oh, if it's fire
and whack. My list is fire and whack. But you know another thing too.
I don't think this is a highly controversial list.
I built my list strictly off my memory. From what I remember and things I know. I didn't research anything. I did,
and then I went back.
Yeah,
you got to little research.
I went back to just get the years of the teams. I was I remember I got the years.
I did that.
So if you know a team had a good 3 or 4 year run, I just went back statistically and picked the best one from the run, even though, Supersonics, they should have won a championship.
Yes.
But you got to go pick. A lot of teams should have won. They just were in a bad era, like with Jordan.
Of course.
And when Houston won, I don't think Houston was the best team in the West either year they won. And I didn't look at what the other team was, but there was one that was clearly better.
Who did they beat? The Knicks?
No, they beat Orlando one year because Orlando beat. And honestly,
in New York, right?
We'll talk about it later. But that Jordan team is an honorable mention for me because they should have won the championship.
Don't do that.
I mean, you're right.
The one that the Magic beat?
When he came back mid-season. Nah. Damn, he scored 55 in his 3rd game. I mean, he was ready to play.
He was, but they just weren't ready as a team yet. The Magic was too young.
Honorable mention.
They were hungry. So Orlando probably should have beat the Rockets, to be honest with you.
They should have.
But the Rockets had way better coaching.
Orlando could be an honorable mention on the list. It's not on my list, but it could be an honorable mention.
I don't mind either.
Could be.
Pickups. I'll go first, since I don't actually have anything here, but I bought those.
Magic.
No, I don't disagree with it, but I don't have them.
Yeah, that's fine.
They had some really hard time issues
because
here's
the thing, man. This is a conversation we have with Grant Hill every time. Penny, he didn't continue. Shaq went like this. Penny went like this. If Penny would have stayed on that thing, I think Orlando. I know, but that's what I mean. So did Grant Hill. So did a lot of guys. But I think he would have. Those Orlando teams would have higher, be higher in people's minds if he was that good his entire career instead of falling off.
That Orlando team had every single thing you needed to win a championship.
Yeah,
every single tool you needed.
But I mean, who was the one who missed the free throws? Nick Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both.
So.
Pickups.
Yeah, Dennis Scott, shooter. They had defenders.
Nick Anderson was a shooter too. Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott. They had Horace Grant.
He wasn't a Dennis Scott shooter, but he was okay.
He wasn't, but he had a corner shot. He was the original PJ Tucker shooter. And he played defense too.
He was their best defender.
Didn't have as good as shoes though.
Who else they had? Ronnie Cycling? Was your team that team?
Are you out of here? I don't think so. I mean, Shaq
mattered. Yeah, but I thought they had Ronnie Cycling back up. I don't remember.
I think
Horace Grant was their power forward. Pickups I had was the Air Max 1. What's it called? Kiss of Death Tai Chi? The brown one.
Oh, you bought the brown one?
I bought the brown one.
Okay. So,
I got the notification, and I was like, these suck. I mean, I think they're one of the worst looking shoes I've ever seen. But for some odd reason,
you told me to buy the first ones.
No, the first ones are fire. The second one, the browns, I love brown suede, but the brown midsole.
Where'd you get it from? From
Hong Kong. So.
Oh, they didn't do a lottery this time?
Nah, they just did first come, first serve. So they just dropped it on the site. And I was like, once I got notification, I was like, I might as well complete the pack. So, 140.
Shit. I mean, obviously not shit.
Complete the pack.
155 shipped or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was cheap.
Might as well complete the pack.
Juice or whatever?
Yeah, but I was like, these are whack. But I was like, you know what? I already got the other ones. I might as well. So, when the choice come in. They're already below retail right now. So.
Bro, I tried on
already below
the orange ones that I bought.
So, which ones?
The orange ones.
Oh.
And you can see a little gap at the front between my toe, and it made me real upset.
What size did you buy?
9.5.
They're too big then?
Yeah, like there's like a little gap. Like,
I mean, there should be. Every shoe have a little bit of gap on the front.
It looks whack though.
Oh my god. You got socks on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, I got a pedicure and put them on.
Well, you're supposed to. The clear toe box is supposed to represent a sandal. That's what the shoe is made for.
Are you gonna wear one of those socks?
No, but I'm just saying.
So cut it out so it don't steam up.
Oh yeah, that was
what I should do is I should get a hold of Vic Almighty and have him freaking replace that toe box with some
put a piece of leather on it. I thought that was always a joke about the steaming up, and then when I wore them on and they were steamed up, I was like, dang, man.
That's a joke.
I thought it was just like people were just joking. I know it was a real thing. I had never heard that before.
Steamed up on you?
I walked around Scottsdale Mall, came out, there was a sweatshop in there. A sauna. That's what I meant. It was hot. Yeah.
The heat releases from your body, from your head. I
didn't think I could look down on my toe and see. Like if I would have wrote on the inside, I could have wrote like how foggy it was.
Car walk.
I was like,
car.
Whack.
He said it's
I'm trying to tell you. Oh no, don't do that. The shoe is fire.
Tell you.
Them brown ones. I don't know if that's
trying to tell you.
What y'all got? Who wants to go first?
So I picked up 2 pairs. So
what was you got lately? What you been?
I guess Finish Lines didn't get Reverb 2.0. Bro, these are great shoes all time. So I guess Finish Lines didn't get Shadow 2.0 till over the weekend. So I went with the homie to pick up one for the raffle, and then the lady was like, "Oh, did you win?" I was like, "Nah." She's like, "What size are you?" I was like, 9.5. She's like, extras. I was like, "I'll take one."
You don't want that.
Wait, what happened?
Dude.
You got that in store?
In store, bro.
At where?
Can't tell you.
Oh, Undefeated.
You gotta watch it back, man.
It was Undefeated. He said Finish Line.
Finish Line got those?
Yeah, like late. I guess they shouldn't have came in late. I don't know.
I didn't know. No, I guess my question is, I didn't know any stores got them except like Foot Locker that they're like one location in LA or whatever.
No, the Shadow 2.0s?
Oh, I think you're talking about those.
Oh, not these, man. These are Finish Line. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm asking.
No, these are from...
Some reason how Mike isn't picking up.
What is that? 2 weeks ago?
Is there a quarter on Mike?
Yeah.
Which one is it? 3 or 4? This says 4. Man.
Dang, George hasn't been audible the whole time?
He has, but it's going to be low.
What are you talking about? 2 weeks ago?
I don't know.
The releases on Undefeated and Nike were separated by like a week or something.
All that, like, how thick the toe box is.
The toe box, the materials on there is way better than
they're dope.
Old 5s.
If I would have known, I would have went with a 10. I'm going to squeeze my foot in this.
You keeping yours, George, or you got rid of them?
Yeah, I got rid of this.
These are whack.
You don't like these?
I never liked them when they first released or at all.
I think they're dope.
I'm not mad at the new materials. I like the new materials, but purple and red. I mean, it worked.
Yeah, it looks like a Raptor shoe.
They did look fire. Game 1, Lakers. Somebody wore them on the Lakers.
Oh yeah, on court. These are fire.
Taylor Horton Tucker, maybe.
I've seen a lot of them wearing them on court.
So the course,
couple cats on.
Sun. They look fire with Suns too.
Raptors.
Yeah, definitely Raptors.
Yep.
I ain't mad at them. I think this new material is better than probably the OG.
Better than the shiny nonsense.
I think it's better than the OG one. And then the Kobe 5 is my favorite.
Mesh.
Actually, you know what? Maybe these ain't too bad. I don't know if I like this. What is this? Airbrushed? What is that?
Oh, the paint.
Your gradient?
Yeah, I don't know about that. They look like an accident. They don't look like they actually had anybody do it professionally. It looked like, shoot, look what I got.
Yeah, that's 13-year-old.
They look like we on ones get glitter on it. Okay.
That's facts.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. Let me see the other one.
No, no.
What's the numbers on the outside?
I just don't like that the.
10-8.
I don't like that the I know that's one thing I don't like.
What's the 24-10-8 Olympics?
I mean,
24 Olympic.
10
okay.
Olympics. I mean, I don't know if that's right. But yes, it makes sense. Those are all his numbers.
I can't believe I thought about that. I'm pretty good.
Well, 24 and 8's obvious.
Yeah, but the 10. I think 10. I was like, okay, Olympic, Hall of Fame, okay. And they go, okay.
And by the way, we said something on here a while back, and you said Dream Team. I think it might have been the one where it was like best moments or whatever. Honestly, the 12 and 16 are the Olympics we should have talked about, because watching them beat Spain and all the emotion was better than watching the Dream Team beat everyone by 40.
Well, yeah, but it was a bigger moment in sports to me.
It's a bigger moment when you allow NBA players to go for the first time. Absolutely.
And two, for me, I didn't know other countries played basketball.
16 and 12, well, of course. But 12 and 16 were fire from... I remember exactly where I was when both those games were going on. I remember watching, the summer before the Olympics was 2011. And it was I don't think it was Pan Am Games, maybe the World Championships or something, and Melo was going off. And then the U.S. lost in a championship game.
Yeah, they got what, bronze?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I know they lost one game in that tournament. Everyone was like, oh, they might be back. Of course, we didn't send our best players forever, but
yeah, Melo and Iverson.
12 was fire, and 16 was fire, too.
These is better than I originally thought. Because
the materials are better. I mean, I don't know about
this toe cap and all that is fire.
This is whack back here. Not the design.
It's always been plastic or whatever.
This used to be super shiny nonsense right here.
I think I like
all this.
These come with other laces or no?
Yeah, purple, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I probably
this should have been inside the other one.
Would you put black in these?
I would. The purple laces should be in there.
Maybe it should be purple.
I don't know why they're not back either. Stupid. I don't like that the SB thing they do with those laces.
This is I ain't mad at it.
It looks better with gold, though. I did the same thing. I put the laces on there. Gold looks better.
I didn't even realize that.
Man. Dang, George hasn't been audible the whole time?
He has, but it's going to be low.
When did he come out? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
I don't know.
The releases on Undefeated and Nike it was separated by a week or something.
All that how thick the toe box is.
The toe box and the materials on there is way better than
they're dope.
The old 5s.
If I would have known, I would have went with a 10. But I'm gonna squeeze my foot in this.
You keeping yours, George, or you got rid of them?
Yeah, I got rid of this.
These are whack.
You don't like these? I think these are dope.
I never liked them when they first released or at all. I think
these are dope.
I'm not mad at the new materials. I like the new materials, but purple and red, I mean, it worked with
it looks like a Raptor shoe.
They did look fire. Game 1, Lakers, somebody wore them on the Lakers.
Oh, yeah, on court. These are fire.
Taylor Horton-Tucker, maybe?
I've seen a lot of people wear them on court. I've seen a couple cats on
purple, but
a couple cats on
Sun. They look fire with Suns, too.
Raptors.
Yeah, definitely Raptors. Yep. I ain't mad at them. I think this new material is better than probably the OG
better than
one.
the shiny nonsense.
I think it's better than the OG one. And then the Kobe 5 is my favorite.
Mesh.
Actually, you know what? Maybe these ain't too bad. I don't know if I like this. What is this? Airbrushed? What is that?
Oh, the paint.
Like a gradient?
I don't know about that. Look, an accident. It don't look like they actually had anybody do it professionally. It looked like, shoot, look what I got.
Yeah, a 13-year-old.
It look like when your ones get glitter on it.
Okay. That's facts.
I ain't mad at it. Let me see the other one.
Snug though.
What's the numbers on the outside?
I just don't like that the
24-10-8.
I don't like that that's one thing I don't like.
What's the 24-10-8 Olympics?
I mean,
24 Olympic and 8.
10 Olympics. I mean, I don't know if that's right. But yes, it makes sense. Those are all his numbers.
I can't believe I thought about that. I'm pretty.
Well, 24 and 8's obvious. So
yeah, but the 10. I think 10. I was like, okay, Olympics, Hall of Fame, okay, and they gold. Okay.
And by the way, we said something on here a while back, and you said Dream Team. I think it might have been the one where it was like best moments or whatever. Honestly, the 12 and 16 are the Olympics we should have talked about, because watching them beat Spain and all the emotion was better than watching the Dream Team beat everyone by 40.
Well, yeah, but it was a bigger moment in sports to me.
It's a bigger moment when you allow NBA players to go for the first time. Absolutely.
One. And two, for me, I didn't know other countries play basketball.
And 12, well, of course. But 12 and 16 were fire from... I remember exactly where I was when both those games were going on. I even remember watching, the summer before the Olympics was 2011, and it was I don't think it was Pan Am Games, maybe the World Championships or something, and Melo was going off, and then the U.S. lost in a championship game.
Yeah, and they got what, bronze?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I know they lost one game in that tournament. And everyone was like, "Oh, they might be back."
It was embarrassing.
Of course, we didn't send our best players forever, but
Yeah, Melo and Iverson.
12 was fire, and 16 was fire too.
These is better than I originally thought and said.
Because
I like
the materials
these.
are better.
In
I mean, I
hand.
don't know about the heel.
This toe cap
The
and
heel
all that is
cup
fire.
This is whack back here, like not the design.
It's always been plastic,
or
but
whatever,
like it is one.
This used to be like super shiny
These is
nonsense
fire.
right here.
I think I like this.
all this.
These come with other laces or no?
Yeah, purple. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I'd probably leave
Yeah,
the
they should've
gold
been
in.
inside the other one.
Could you put black in these?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
The purple laces should be in there.
Maybe it should be purple.
I don't know why they're not in a bag either. It's stupid. Like I don't like the SB thing they do with those laces.
This is aight. I ain't mad at
It would
these.
look better. It looks
These
better
is
with
fire.
gold though. I did the same thing. I put the laces on there. Gold looks better.
I didn't even realize that the swooshes were reversed.
How many pairs you got?
Of these?
Yeah.
Just one.
Oh, okay.
I hit
I
on
gotta ask with
Undefeated.
you.
No, I mean that shoe's an actual hard shoe
hold
to
on.
get. Like a lot of people won on Undefeated, obviously, but they only came out
KB24.
to I think maybe Foot Locker. Like I said, one special store, but sneakers and Undefeated was it. So like, you only got 2 opportunities. To me, it's a hard shoe to get. Like I don't know how many pairs they made, but
And those, looking at those in hand, will make me think that the other Undefeated pack might be fire because I didn't think they were fire.
I'm kind of upset I didn't get that.
I think that pack now, look at that material in hand, looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay, that other pack with the white and the multicolored
You got the
one,
fours though, right?
that's fire.
The
somebody
Undefeated
wore
fours?
those in the
Kobe
game the other
fours?
day too.
You didn't get any
I
of
have
them?
none. I have no new Kobe's.
You did, didn't you?
George
You didn't
got
get
them
any
all.
of
He had the Giannis one.
Oh, I got Grinches, but that's it.
I thought you got the Kobe Undefeated fours.
I almost got the pack the day they first came out, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever. We were at lunch, and I had it added to cart, and I was like, I don't know if I want these.
I've got the.
And I didn't check out, and I should have because they went for way over retail at first. Those are fire.
I got the Suns and Spurs. Those are fire.
These are George's Dunk by you in person, in studio.
Yo, those are fire.
The only thing that sucks is the laces, but I mean that's the last thing I'm worried about on the shoe.
yeah, these
I don't
are
care.
I ain't mad at these. These is fire.
The leather is nice.
The leather
The
is fire.
The
The
suede
swoosh
is nice.
fire.
Yeah.
Were swoosh options any color?
Not any color, but of the ones what they have, 12 colors or something. Or?
So did you make it, or did you like have it saved in your cart still when they dropped?
when you got your pair, when they first did it, it wouldn't pull it up.
Yeah.
But when I got the alert on that restock, and I clicked immediately and I went to the cart, that was sitting in the cart already.
Is it tongue
really?
Yeah.
blue?
Oh, that's tight.
So it remembered
Or
it.
is
So
it
all
just
I had to
lighting?
do was like click check out and then click pay or whatever, and that was
Is
it.
it tongue blue or
I
is it
think
just
it's
lighting?
the light. I don't know
I think
why
it's
it looks
supposed to
like
be black.
that. It looks
but
like
I don't
it's
think you could
green.
pick the color of that.
No,
tongue?
this?
No.
Oh, what's under the white? Yeah, I don't know.
It's like foam.
Damn.
Yeah,
And they didn't make
just
it till
the
you
color of
order
the
it?
Phone.
Yeah, they made it to order.
But they took way longer than Greg's pair.
it was a la carte.
Yo, these are fire.
I don't think I used that right.
Yes. You got to order the potatoes.
What
separate
size you
from the
get? 12 or
steak.
12 and a half?
12.
Oh,
These look
Air
giant.
Max
Oh,
one.
they big,
Air
man.
Max one. I would have got a 12 and a half, but those are 12.
these is fire. You keeping these or you selling them?
Man, come on.
What?
What?
Oh, you selling them?
As long as I've been trying to
Oh.
get that Jordan 1 low in that colorway, I'm keeping.
I have those.
Thank you. That was discussed in year 1.
I have those. Thank you.
Semple.
Hey, remember I sent you a link
They're
to them for
coming
like
out again.
Remember I sent you a link to them for like $90. You're like, that's too expensive.
It was like 150.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I do remember Goat having a 12 and a half for
It
like
was more
110 forever. And I was like, I can't wear 12
It
and a
was
half.
more than it was not a lot, but it was more than what we paid for all the other ones. Because it was like, what the heck would I pay?
Because they were like $60 when we bought all the other ones.
Yeah, we got all the others were so cheap.
The one on Goat sold for 110, and then the next pair that went up was like 600. I was like, huh? What?
I only paid.
Oh, what happened here?
I only paid retail for one of my bread lows,
Yes.
and the other ones I got for cheap. So
I
Oh, I seen you fucking wearing those.
the first pair I ever got, I took back to the outlets because I
seen
was
you
like,
wearing
these suck.
those,
And then I was like, oh, I made a mistake.
Royal One lows in Chicago.
yeah,
How was Chicago?
Oh
you
yeah,
shoulda-
I forgot to talk about Chicago.
You should have worn highs. Doing all that talking about short shorts with
I think
highs.
I traded my Royal One highs. Did I give them to you?
No.
I think I traded them for like 2 pair of Ray-Bans.
No, we traded, or I bought your black toes.
you sounds like you did offer up.
Chicago was fire.
Or what is it?
I love Chicago.
Craigslist?
But I'll tell you this, man. People in Chicago have no idea how to dress, though. But I love it, man. And I'll tell you this. You know the best part about being an adult now is like when you go to cities like that. I've been in Chicago about 3-4 times. When you grown, you go to the city and you appreciate like the city. When you like younger, you be like, yo, what a mall at? You know, what a club at tonight? And you done this goofy stuff, and you don't appreciate like the city. We did a tour, we did a walk-in, we went to a museum. Like we did some tight stuff, man. We hung out with the wife, went to the what's it called, the Bean, did all that stuff, went through the park,
Millennium Park, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great time. We were already planning another trip, man.
Downtown?
We stayed at the Thompson, like downtown or whatever. Like, man,
I'm going out there in July.
Rich people.
Yeah, you gotta go out there, man. It's fire, man. We had a great time. Just been with the wife. No
You didn't
kids.
even check to see if like the Cubs were in town or anything.
Yeah, we did, but
I'm
they
going
were
to
in
Cubs
town.
game.
White Sox were, but I don't think they matched up times or something. Maybe they weren't. But we tried to go to the Cubs, but they were in town. And then obviously Bulls didn't make the playoffs, so it was like, we ain't going there. So, but we went by Wrigley.
I would
Wrigley and stuff.
I wouldn't say the White Sox are like a tourist thing, but if you're in town, you can go. Like going and seeing Wrigley Field from the outside is a tourist thing because it's crazy. Like in the middle of a neighborhood, like,
it's tight.
Where the hell is?
But like
the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
By it. Now, going to see the White Sox would have just been because I'm in Chicago. Like, I don't care to go see the White Sox like that. Plus, the White Sox game I've been to a long time ago, the parking was out of control. Like, I had to like park like on the roof of someone's house. It was so out of control, like around there. And I went to see like Red Sox and I don't even remember White Sox and somebody at the time. But no, it was dope. Like I said, man, we did like on the architecture tour, ate the pizza, did all the stuff, did all the
You went on the boat
stuff. Yeah, went on the boat.
Oh,
White Castle
around White Castle in Chicago, is it? No, it's not.
It's in the
not a Chicago
Midwest.
thing. Yeah,
It's in the Midwest.
It's there, but you made it like a Chicago delicatessen. Like
You guys did the architectural boat tour
yeah, we did
on the Chicago River.
Yeah, we did all that. Like we utilized our time like mad wise.
We did that tour, fam. We went in like late April. It might have been like 35 degrees. It was the coldest thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
It was so hot in Chicago. It was unbearable hot.
You got lucky then.
Nah,
Humid,
it was unbearable. Like, it was just like, it was the humidity. It was like,
Man,
you know what?
Being on that boat when it's like 37 or whatever,
See,
I wanted to jump off.
being on the boat and the sun beaming, I thought Rocio was gonna faint. I said, let's coincide quick. Because Rocio can't
Yeah, but you
handle
can go
stuff like
down
that.
in the thing, right? Can't you go on the...
Yeah, we went down the thing and she kind of got her bearings back. Like, she had like she was...
They got beer and stuff down there, don't they? Didn't they
Yeah,
have
but
a
we
snack bar?
went on like the 9 o'clock boat, 10 o'clock boat or whatever. So it was pretty early. I mean, other cats was over there drinking whatever.
Bloody Mary, you know?
But no, it was dope, man. Like it was a great trip. And you know what it is too is that like I appreciated everybody who was like, yo, go to this hat store, go to this sneaker store.
Did you cop anything?
Nah, cause I you know what? I just ain't into that no more. Like we got the internet. Like
Well, you should at least go to the...
Pay your respect.
They got the Jordan. That's that's the main Jordan store.
look, man. if they ain't got no ones or something sitting,
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure they don't have anything there, but you just go in there and take a picture.
you know what? It ain't just my thing, man. Like I appreciate everybody's like, yo, go to this store, go to this shop.
I'm assuming
go to that.
y'all went like on Michigan Avenue at some point.
Yeah, we was
Isn't
on
that the
Michigan
main
Ave.
shops or whatever? It's
Yeah,
right
with
there.
stuff there. Just I had no interest in going in there, man. Like I have no. Now, if we would have stumbled across a sneaker shop, I would have went inside. But I wasn't like, yo, we
Seeking
gotta,
them out.
We gotta
Well,
hit Noah.
all those
we gotta
ones
hit
that you're
St.
talking
Alfred.
about,
Like,
they're out outside of town. That's why
Right.
they're like a suburb version.
But like, if I would have ran into a shop, I would have walked inside. But it felt good to not be worried about stuff like that. Like, yo, I gotta see what sneakers they got. I know what they got.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying.
I know.
Like, here in Chicago, you go to the Jordan store.
I'm talking about me for myself. I mean, look, man. I mean, you know what's funny? Let me tell you something. You know what's funny?
You go to Portland, you go to the first Nike
hold on. When you
location or
think
whatever.
Chicago,
I'm not talking about like
The first Nike location was the back of a trunk, fam.
what's funny?
yes,
With a waffle under
in Portland.
You know what's funny?
parking lot.
What's funny is that every time we was there, Rocio kept forgetting, like, oh, shoot, Jordan. Like, because all you think of is Cubs now. That's all I think about
Yes.
now. I don't think of, like, Jordan anymore in Chicago. Like, I know it, but I don't think of it. Jordan had to play for Chicago in, what, 20 years?
The Bears could be 2-14 and still be bigger than the Cubs.
Oh, yeah. No.
It wasn't
I'm talking
football
about what
season, I
I'm
understand.
talking about what I think about. Like, I just think of Wrigley and Chicago Cubs every time I think of Chicago. Now,
Me.
in the 90s and the 80s, of course, I think of Bulls.
I think about Kirk Heinrich.
Okay.
That's your favorite player.
Whenever I think about Chicago, I think of Kirk Heinrich.
Hey, Kurt Heinrich was all right at Kansas.
No, he wasn't.
So don't do that.
At Kansas, yes.
Oh, okay. He was okay in the NBA too.
he wasn't.
He was serviceable. Yes, he was. He wasn't. He was actually okay on the Bulls. He was okay with the
Man,
Hawks. Okay with the Bulls.
He has actual meme plays from the NBA. You know? How many
Everybody
players
does.
have? Ooh.
Westbrook. Everybody got mean plays.
I mean, Westbrook has the one where he
LeBron.
inbounded and just like walked with the ball. He forgot he was playing
LeBron
basketball.
got a
but
lot.
Y'all talking about stuff where he's on the ground crying or whatever.
No
That don't
travel. Like there's he like 18 steps.
Crab dribbles.
And one time he ran from half court.
That's probably still legal.
Oh, by the
He
way,
ran from half
I forgot about in pickups. Am I the only person that didn't know that Flight Club and Go do the same thing now?
Yeah, you are.
Are you guys still sponsored by Goat?
No.
Then fuck Flight Club and fuck Goat. Bruh. 2.5 weeks, Miami Nights.
I was hoping you had them because you were supposed to come last week, but
I was real hoping I had them too. And now they're like $50 more.
I wanted to see them because I'm still on the fence if I'm going to buy them or not.
So I sent them an email like a week and a half after I placed my order. And I was like, hey, I got no information from you. Like, when are my shoes coming? And they're like, they just shipped to the Goat warehouse and then they're shipping to you. And I was like,
wait a minute.
You talking about Goat warehouse?
Okay. Yeah, they got to go get authenticated.
I didn't know that buying them off Flight Club. I thought they're in the stock room and they were going to ship them to me.
Oh, no, that's only if you do InstaShip. Wait, did you buy them off Goat or actual Flight Club?
Off Flight Club.
Oh, I thought you bought it off Goat and found out. Oh, okay.
I bought them off
why you was
Flight
so mad.
Club. And they're like, we need to send them to Goat. And I was like, what the fuck?
I'm like, I haven't heard about a cop on Flight Club in forever. I didn't know that.
Dude, they were like $210 on Flight Club. So I was like, I'll just buy them there.
Yeah, so what is Flight Club talking about then? I'd be heated too.
Yeah.
I thought Flight Club always has the stuff.
They use the same inventory as Goat. Like if you see a cross, like it's cross-reference between the products. So whatever you saw on Flight Club should have been the same on Goat.
So she was like, oh, we just got notification from the seller today that they're shipping them, that they're in the mail. And I was like, okay, sick. Like, I'll have them like a week.
So that's why it took 2 weeks, because they said they were going to ship at first and then they did.
So then I hit them today. I hit them yesterday and I was like, hey, like, it's been another week. Like, what's going on? And then today we've refunded your money. Like, we've told the seller that was very wrong of them.
Well, like, so you never know. Like, you might still get them. Didn't you have something where someone refunded you and it still showed up?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, maybe not Flight Club, but still, you might still get it. You never know.
So if anybody out there can help me get Miami Night lows.
Wait.
It's called Sneakers app.
wait. So then he never shipped them.
I guess not.
He just canceled it. Oh, okay.
Well, it could have been that he shipped it and they're fake when they got there. I mean, maybe they wouldn't tell you that.
Yeah, but it
as a buyer.
said the picture he sent said seller canceled. Or it says something like that.
I don't think you can cancel after the fact.
No, it said
he never shipped. I don't think. I think he just said he did or something.
It said
That's that. I thought Flight Club had the stuff there too. Like
that's what I thought. Like, that's why I was like, why is it taking you 10 days to ship my shit? Like, go walk in the back, put it in a box. I'll come do it for you.
Yeah. You'll go there and ship it to you.
Yeah. Look on eBay. eBay has the free.
I'm going to now, probably. So it says we regret to inform you the seller canceled your order 2.5 weeks later.
Yeah, I think that language is just like
we sent a warning to the seller.
Like form language. I don't think that's right, because if they originally told you he shipped, so like depending what he's shipping with, if it works anything like Goat or Alias or whatever, you can't say I'm gonna ship it and then hit cancel later. You could just let the time run out and then you don't send it. You could do that.
Well, maybe he did that in 2 weeks.
Well, I hate his guts, and I hate Goat's guts, and I hate Flight Club's guts.
It's not bogus that a buyer's bad. It's bogus that they made you wait 2 weeks. That's the bogus part. Because it shouldn't take that long to figure out whether somebody's sending you.
Dude, StockX, if I don't ship something in 2 days, they're like,
yeah, but it's
you're
still
done, fam.
Yeah, but it's still.
Damn, even after you ship it, they like, yo, you got 24 minutes.
Trust me. They say,
like, are you there?
They
take
say
a picture.
That, but it don't
Send
work
a picture.
like that. You gotta ask Don, because I had one. Well, Ricardo told that story. He said he waited like 5 days, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the dude's gonna cancel." Next day, it was in the mail. So they get and the same thing happened to me when I bought those pig SBs. I was like, Don, why ain't that cat shipped yet? And they went down like $40. So I was gonna rebuy it on StockX again, and he was like, just wait one more day, it'll cancel. Cat shipped the next day.
Yeah.
Dang,
well, I'm the opposite. They've gone up $40.
He shipped it at the buzzer.
So I told Flight Club, I was like, you guys owe me a fucking coupon code.
Yeah, and a Flight Club asshole shirt.
You should.
I would have said, did you say something?
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it's been 2.5 weeks. Now the shoes are $50 more than what I paid for them. Like, you guys, like, you don't have the stock to fulfill my fucking order?
At least
like, get the fuck out of here.
See, I thought Flight Club would have shipped them any Flight Club.
That's what I thought. Like, they would have just been like, oh, the dude didn't send him? Fucking throw him in the back.
I don't think they got inventory like they used to. Like, you might not even.
They should be out of business.
I will say with the Chicago.
They may have if they didn't make the Goat collab. That might be why.
We were by the river, and I saw a Flight Club, and I was like, oh, Flight Club go inside. It was a bar. I was like, whoops. Kill catching there throwing darts. So I was like,
but they pour your drink in a shoe.
Chicago, that's why.
All shoeies.
A flight of beers.
All shoeies.
Yes. Releases. What come out this week?
But I don't think Flight Club does. I used to consign everything there like 10 years ago, but I don't even know if they do that anymore. Now that it's GOAT, they
I
might
don't
not.
even know, dude, they got stores anymore. The Flight Club's like got a business you walk inside?
I mean, we
Yeah,
went there
no,
in
they spent a lot of
2019.
money.
I know New York
renovating it.
does. Oh, they do.
Yeah, I went in 2019 to
So that's the only place PJ Tucker shops.
California. Yeah, LA. And they had like,
How does he not have a rep he can call and get stuff? I don't get it, man. Like, I understand if you buying a shoe that's 10 years old, but he says he goes in Flight Club and just has them search by his size and he just buys everything.
why, I mean, dude's got.
What else would you do?
Yeah, what else would you do?
I mean, but why would you buy something that just came out? Like,
Oh, I don't know what he buy.
Just call, fam, you in the NBA. You can't call nobody?
Maybe
I
not.
don't get it.
I don't know how it works.
But they have a used store and a new store. Like
A
two
used
stores.
store?
Yeah, so there's like Flight Club, like dead stock, and then like 2 stores down is like a pre-owned Flight Club.
You talking about in Los Angeles?
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't been there in a long time. Just look at
I
you.
have no idea.
You don't know nothing.
you don't know nothing. man.
Yeah. Why would I go there? It's Golden StockX. I don't need to go there no more.
Well, that's my point in Chicago. Like, what am I going to a sneaker shop for? I ain't going nowhere.
No, I'm not saying because of that. I'm saying I used to go to LA specifically to go to Flight Club to
course.
sell, not to buy. I think you went with me one time. I took
Yeah,
like
you do.
20
Yes, he came
boxes
in a limo.
Fam, I had, what did I have? Did I have 10 pairs of GS LeBron South Beach? The second one? 7?
And 20
Or
pairs
9?
of plummet
I
fakes.
checked out like on Nordstrom or something, or
Them
maybe
low
Nike.
tops? Were they low tops?
No, the GS. The gray one.
That's right.
We went to Flight Club and they were like, "Nah, we're not gonna take them, fam."
was
And I was
nice.
like, well, just, I mean, what price can you give me?
I forgot you had all those.
And he like kind of lowballed, but I still made money. So I was like, "Oh yeah, just take them. I don't care. I'm not trying to get like the high." And he was like, "All right." And they sold them all in like a week.
I
was like,
forgot you did. What happened? Did they
Like,
like
y'all
drop
were
on
gonna say no to
Nordstrom?
Miami Vices?
Yeah,
Yes.
they were like Miami Vices, but
I don't remember what website
They
it
were
was, but I
different.
added them all to cart and it wouldn't let me check out. So I didn't like click remove from cart. I just closed the thing. And then we were in line at
High Point.
Yeah. And I was like, let me just see if I open this app back up, or not app, but whatever, website back up and see if it'll let me check out. And it let me check out 6 pairs and I was like, look at this.
Wasn't it
It
Nike?
said order confirmed. It might have been
I think it
before
was
like
Nike,
before sneakers.
before they had rules and stuff. Like they used to send it.
rules.
I mean, we
Yeah,
used to
the
buy
Wild
double
West.
the Concords and stuff on there. Like,
Yeah.
But I forgot about that. That was.
But it was
crazy.
like 2 hours later.
Yeah, but like remember, like it came out with like 2 9s. Wasn't like one an elite and one a like a regular? I don't
No,
even remember.
it was.
The
something.
Elite was the gray.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
then there
talking
was like a
Oh, the
Miami
kids.
Night regular 9, but it was black.
Yeah, but remember the
Yeah, no, I
kids
didn't buy that
version
one.
didn't look like the adults.
The one that
adults
I had
looked like an
did.
elite. The kids
Oh,
looked
yeah.
like a regular 9.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it was
yeah,
great, though.
Yeah, that's
It was
right.
great.
I forgot about that.
But I had like 6 pairs and went to Flight Club and they were like, nah, we don't want these, fam. I was like, fam, I'm coming all the way from Phoenix. I don't want to take them home. I was like, what price can you? And he like did like a lowball price, but it was still was a price that I can make money. I was like, oh yeah, fine me.
I bet them joints are a hitter now. I wonder what a GS go for. You used to be the GS king.
I doubt it. We used to buy 7s all the time.
Facts. What come out this week?
Let's see
Yeah, the
here.
kids was.
Yeah, kids look like that, and the men's look like
Yeah.
the sample joints. You
Uh,
got them?
I did. I had a 9 though, so they were too small.
so you probably didn't add this to the screen,
I like
but I'm
that
going to
shit.
bring it up just because Nike's making a big deal about it.
probably
They put
did.
it on the app and all that stuff. The Waffle One Active
Oh, yeah,
Fuchsia.
I made it.
Oh, okay, all right. So
I
Nike made a
actually
big
like
deal.
it.
Yeah, it's not bad. But Nike is making a big deal about it right now.
Why?
so-
Are they special or something?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about like social media, but on
No,
sneakers, if
on
you go on there,
sneakers,
they
like,
did the
yeah.
drop off. They did something else with that shoe.
No, I seen a few things with it, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I actually like
anything
them,
about
too.
it. Yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, I don't understand why this is the one they're like, oh yeah, we got to promote it.
Wait, which one?
These
Waffle
joints.
One, pink, yellow, and black.
Dude,
But it's
they
called
just-
Fuchsia.
And they added the purple hides.
Zion One, Marion
Yeah. Oh no, nothing.
coming out.
Zion 1 Marion?
Zion One, Marion.
Lower Marion High.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
I don't think it's Lower Marion. It looks like it, but Marion is spelled differently.
I think
spelled
it's just like
M.A.
I think it's just a homie or something.
Sean Marion?
Same
Who
color.
knows?
Yep.
Heidi. That's a stupid name.
Matthew Williams, Zoom 004. I don't know who Matthew Williams is, but they're doing 2
I thought it was
colorways
Matt
of
Williams
that, like
on
Mad
Giants
Max
and
and Thunderdome
D-backs.
shoe.
I thought it was a D-back.
Yeah,
I honestly
third base
did. I was
coach.
like, oh shit, look at him. Them 004s. Yo, these USPS shoes, man. If y'all don't get out of here,
They suck, but I'm copping because I think it'll flip.
yeah.
I need y'all
And
help.
You go use a different shipping service.
I put it in a UPS box.
Them UPS ones suck. I seen the
there's a
alerts for
UPS one
those.
too?
Yeah. Oh my god.
What
I
about
have
FedEx?
no idea.
What about DHL?
Jordan
Yes, they'll be there.
Jordan 8 women's pink, white and pink, whatever. I don't know.
Jordan.
When do the Iverson stepovers come out?
Come out soon.
You're not coming?
Lakers Dunk High EMB. I don't know what EMB stands for, but those suck. They got that
them
lettering
Dunk
on the
Lakers.
back.
It's whack. No,
Nike.
It's not even a dunk shape. It looks like a weird shape.
It sucks. Jordan 3 women's rust pink,
Nope.
Copping.
which they already gave like early access for some people.
It's too much white and pink. It needs another color to break it
Probably.
up. It needs a black soul. That's what it needs.
We know how Greg feels about Rust Pinks. He don't even like the Jordan 1s.
No, they alright. They just overrated. It was
Griffey 1 varsity royal.
I don't like those.
I got OGs, so I'm good.
All right. The Casablanca New Balance
Blanca?
pack, which he wants.
Oh, I'm
Same
thinking
thing.
about it.
Casablanca, same.
I think I'm over those.
I was over it. Well, because they came out with
I'm
another.
over it. You said it 2 days ago.
I think I'm over it.
Yes, he slept on.
It's been a very revealing 2 days.
Yeah.
Yes. You know
bought
what?
too many
I was
cards.
super high on those, but then when they released that other color first, I was like, man, they suck. That like pink lemonade looking color. But then I saw some other pictures of these. I don't know, B.
Nope.
They only
Maybe I want them again.
I think they're like 115 on GOAT right now, maybe. So I don't know. I don't wear any of the 327s I got now. So
Because they suck. This says 2 colors of foam runners are coming out. This must be a Europe only thing because I have not seen
I know
any
blue ones
promo
are
on-
coming out.
Okay, well this is black and blue, black and navy, but
Let me see.
It's called like mineral blues or something.
Yeah.
I think the kids are. I think the kids are built
Those
more
from
blue. I
Gap?
think they're all the same
do that.
though.
Those from Gap?
Did you go to what you call it with Blanc?
Gap.com?
What's that thing that Blanc went to?
What?
The Yeezy thing, Summer Fan Fest.
Sunday
Did you go
service?
to that?
Sunday service?
Did you go?
Yeah. You knew I went.
My God.
I sent you pictures and
I
videos.
don't remember this.
Sunday service.
You
Bro, I
guys
was
literally
praying.
make fun of me not remembering that. You know what y'all do? It's literally a skit because you are surprised when I don't remember things, but you have like a thing, a shtick that you do about me not remembering things. So I don't understand.
A shtick about not remembering things.
Yes, and also about that Mexican restaurant, You
Right.
which he outed already because when you texted it, he was like, "What'd he say?" He said the wrong word. So now I
But
know.
once he said the right one, I was like, oh yeah, that's
You said they were
Girl, so
thriving.
now I know.
thriving. I said,
Thriving.
I said tremendous.
So
Two
na-
T words.
So now that I know you outed
No.
me. So now I know
You
it was
said
a ruse all
thriving.
along.
a ruse.
It was a ruse all along.
We were like sitting there, and
was
you
a
looked
long
both
con.
ways, and you looked at us, and you said, "This place is thriving."
It was a
And then
long
2 days
con.
later, I drove by and it said,
Oh,
"Out of
absolutely.
business."
He didn't even, he said that before we went
2 days later.
because I didn't know the place had.
No, I said the food was fire.
And they just shipped my Tai Chi's,
and
whatever
the
it's
food
called.
is fire. That's correct. You need to cop these LeBrons. That's what you should be copping.
Bro, what the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Are you gonna help me with my?
Him?
Are you gonna help me with my M&A lows?
Why him?
Because he's LeBron everything. Shoes,
talking
jerseys, fan. Probably got LeBron cards, everything. Fam, you literally texted to the thread.
Jerseys?
You literally texted to the thread. I thought they were doing a LeBron watch this year. What do you mean? Yes, you're the literally LeBron person.
Dang, these
You didn't?
I didn't know they did LeBron watching. They did.
these
I don't fuck with
these
LeBron
kiss
no
of
more.
death cost me $1,400.
LeBron cried one time on the floor. Yes, 1,900 yen or whatever.
It cost me $14.19. Shipping was $320.
I've been tired of LeBron since he left the Cavs again.
All right, we can't talk about those because they happen after next week. I'm gonna look at Goat's calendar real quick though, just to see if any.
Weren't you just on Ghost Calendar?
No, I use Alias.
Dang, sponsored by
AKA Goat.
I think you might have said everything that matters. That's all I could think of.
Look on Sneaker News.
Yeah, that's it. Sneaker news.
Fam, I couldn't tell you the last.
Look on 23isback.com.
USPS experimentals came out. I know you mentioned it, but we didn't say it's coming out.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you the last time I went on Soul Collector, Sneaker News.
That's because you be on
Concepts.
card collector and card news now.
I don't go on any websites. I just wait for alerts to hit. and
You want to
then
buy a Mac Jones XRC?
I go to Target and Walmart.com.
Did you just get back into cards too, or have you always been doing it?
First of all, I was buying cars, and I told George about it about 6 months ago. And I was like, "Oh, I've been buying cars." He's like, "You're a loser."
No, you
and then
didn't.
next
I
thing
think
I
you
know,
said it on
he's
here.
taking sleeping bags to fucking sleep outside Walmarts.
Yes.
If I ever see George sleeping, no joke, slapped in half. I'm not even joking, man. He refused to sleep for sneakers.
He
but
can't.
if he had to
Cars.
sleep on the ground for cards,
Okay. So why
He
would
says
you
it's
think
not-
I would do it for cars
You
if I wouldn't
do.
do it for sneakers?
What time you get there?
Cards
3
do
a.m.
have you a little different.
What time you get there? 3 a.m.
They open at 8 and I
What time
go
you get there?
at
3?
6. That's not camping.
That's
just-
that's
you just waited. I mean,
I can't.
and,
That's
and I haven't done it in 2 weeks because Target closed.
That's
so
urban camping.
Target's
Target
not doing it.
closed. So what are they closed for?
Closed
Oh, you
this
mean
thing.
like
Closed the card thing.
all of them did, or just that one?
In store, they're all no Targets in the nation. So
That's
it's
an
all
urban
online
camp.
now.
When was the last time you waited 2 hours outside for a pair of sneakers?
But I don't need to. I got 5 sneakers accounts. If I lose on that, then
You gonna help
Nobody
me? You gonna help me? You
waiting outside
gonna help
for
me?
sneakers
fam,
anymore.
the last time I did anything for sneakers is Manor. The last like 2, 3. I didn't go today, but
I
the
forgot
last
to
2,
go
3
today. I
things.
What's today?
Caught up and not doing
Oh,
no
I
work.
thought you went and they told you it was 10 to 13.
No, I looked on the thing and I was like 10 to 13, so I was like, I'm no rush.
thought
And then
you were
I was
in
like,
store
I'm gonna
when you
go.
sent that.
No, I saw the thing and I was like, let's go. And it says sizes 10 through 13. I was like, what? Then I was like, I'm not gonna rush. I said, I'm gonna go. And I just didn't. I forgot. So, shout out to Manor though.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to win until Curry's come anyways. Pause.
I need
Steph Curry's?
I need them black whites.
Yep.
You love Steph
Curry 7.
How about
What
those
number
black
is
whites
Curry's
on
now?
StockX? Shout out StockX who ships your shoes for real.
Why would you sell them?
I didn't sell them. How? I paid like $250 for them.
on
That
there.
was your fault. Buying on Flight Club. Who been on Flight Club website? I haven't been on Flight Club website in about 5 years.
I hate them. I hate their
Club.
guts.
I don't think I have.
Do
I
they
hate
still have a
them.
website?
Yeah.
I figured a Flight
Well, he
Club
used
website
it.
would direct you. I figured a Flight Club website would direct you to go.
Go.
I
And
hate
it go like
their
this, redirected.
guts.
You get that thing that redirected and open up and go.
I was wondering because I clicked on his www.flightclub.com/sneak this, and I was like, what?
Yeah, right. What are we talking about? More Dior's are coming out.
More
Anybody
what?
care? More Dior's.
Dior 1.
So what is it? Are those real? Like, there's a Chicago pair,
That's the rumor.
a white pair, and a gray pair.
Royal or something, right?
Did you say a Chicago Bear?
Chicago pair?
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
I saw a Chicago.
I didn't know
pair,
they
a
were
white
like I
one, and
saw them, but like I didn't know if that
Royal.
was, if those were like the ones coming out, or people were like mocking up like what
Oh no,
might
it's a
be.
mock. Those are
listen,
mock-ups.
now
but
listen.
That supposedly was.
Clearly, I would try for it if it's just online and you just go pick it up in store.
I wear it.
Sell it for 10,000 or whatever. But the whole thing with the first release where you got to go in store and they got like white gloves on and stuff and acting all snooty in the store. I'm not with all that. Huh?
Wait, what?
I saw a video of someone picking their pair up at Dior, and Dior is just too classy for me. I'm just saying.
First of all, none of those places are considered classy anymore. None of them are.
You go in a store, they don't even got the product out. They had to go in the back and get it, and the dude carried it with white gloves.
You realize that's how they do it
That's how
at
a
Foot
lot of
Locker
stores
too,
are.
right?
That's how OVO was in Chicago.
Yes,
What's the
Foot
OVO
Locker,
store?
White gloves and bring it out. And
I mean, they don't put white gloves on, they go in the back.
They let
You go to
you see
Foot
it, and then
Locker.
that's it.
You
Take
go
it
to
back.
Foot Locker. They ain't got all the sizes out there.
Yeah, they go in the back
I
and
don't
get
know
it.
about white
I don't
gloves.
okay, it was a raffle pickup. I get it, but they didn't even have the product
COVID?
to like pick up and look at. Foot Locker, you could at least go in there and pick it up and look at it.
Ooh, that's debatable too. There hasn't been a lot of times where like we've actually been able to go look at the sneaker in a store.
That's
Like,
true.
That
They got it
was
behind the
Not
counter.
beforehand.
Not even during hand.
Yeah, they just go get it in the back and they bring you up.
No, that would never be like that. Not for
Yeah.
a long time.
There's a lot of stores where you, like on social media, you look and they have one pair up at the front that when you go, you can look at it, and then they bring your pair out and you win.
None in Arizona.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
haven't been
don't
in one
remember
in
that.
years because I don't win. So
I mean, that one time when Nike brought out the Dornbecker 4 for me to look at before, I was like, oh, shoot. Like, it was like the Friday before the Saturday. I was shocked because they used to act like everything was like nuclear codes. Like, they would act it was so secret, you couldn't see nothing. I like them. I mean, obviously.
I would wear them if I got them.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
you
Yes,
sell
I
everything.
would.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? When was the last thing I sold?
You ain't keeping those.
You looked at Kobe like we would be like,
You
oh,
ain't
you
keeping
right.
that.
You
ain't
right.
doing
Yes, I am keeping it.
that. No, you ain't.
I'll wear them to watch the game tonight.
Yes, a root for the Lakers.
You have to keep those.
I'm keeping
If they're as
them.
hard as George claimed they're hard to get.
No, I'm just saying it only came out 2 places in like maybe one Foot Locker.
I only sell like garbage.
They had a
stuff.
lot of
And
pairs.
doubles and triples and stuff.
Yeah, he sells a lot of trash.
Garbage stuff.
Like this week,
You own a lot of nonsense you should have never bought.
this week I
That's
sold a
why.
Holly Pack and MDs.
Dang, why you didn't say nothing? How much they go for? A lot?
No,
You
like,
don't
I
want that?
barely got my money back.
I do want that.
They weren't.
No, you don't. I had
Yeah,
you
what
were
up? I would
3
have given you
years.
something.
He said I
I had you were 3 years. I barely got my money back. I might not even got my money back.
Why
I
you
might have
didn't
lost
say
money.
something? I would have bought those. You got any other NMDs?
No, you wouldn't. You should have worn NMDs in Chicago. That seems
Why,
like
you
a
want?
Chicago
I got
shoe
a
for
bunch
some
of Ultra Boosts. I need to get
Everybody
rid of.
wearing Yeezys in Chicago. Loved it.
Why?
He's from Chicago.
Because in
but-
Chicago, I loved it. Only Jordans I saw people wearing, obviously, was ones. And
probably
for
see
some
the
odd
fakes.
reason, anybody wearing Bull stuff out there, they were only wearing the all red patent leather 11s. What them called? 7210s? Nobody wearing Concords, nobody wearing nothing. All Jordans gear. Fire. Oh, that's too much. Was that retail?
I mean, I got 260 back. I think they were 250 plus tax. So I probably lost
I
like
would've
$10
bought those
on
from
them.
you.
I sold this.
Look at that. That guy, they made that much money?
$400.
What is it?
Damian Lillard.
And I sold these this week.
That's Damian Lillard's greatest shoe. Somebody paid that for that?
Damian Lillard?
$215 for
Lillard.
Oh my God.
Are them raging? What are those?
Is that the
that's
restock?
the reigning champ ones.
Oh,
Damn, there was nothing champion about those. So they were just gray.
They're just gray.
Ultra Boost.
Yeah, and then this sold for
Look at
$375.
that sucks.
They don't suck.
They suck.
They're just basketball shoes.
And I sold a pair of cruises. $170. I got my money back.
Oh, I didn't say.
you
I didn't
trash
say
for selling
two
cruises.
I got
two
4
pickups.
pairs.
Of that color?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say 2 pickups. I got Hannah the dunk, whatever it was, easy green, light green. She wants the dunk rainbow. So I got those on sneakers, and then those Jordan 1 OG lows. Those suck. Now,
lime. You should have brought those.
I sold them already.
What?
Now,
Oh.
I do like the fact that they have like
thought
the
you got 2
foam
pairs.
exposed thing on the collar.
Off-white?
The off-white collar.
No, the foam. It's foam. It's like this is cut. The material.
it's like
and
off-white.
Oh, you meant the brand. I thought you meant like the. I was like, huh?
No, not the
it's
color
not
of the foam.
off-white. What? But I don't think that he's not the first one who did that. Nike, that one dunk that we got was like that. The one that was unfinished or whatever, wasn't it? I mean, maybe there wasn't foam in there. but
Deconstructed?
it was cut. Yeah,
I had
whatever that was.
deconstructed ones, but there wasn't foam, was it?
I mean, maybe they didn't use foam in the thing, but it had like the material cut right here so you could see. Maybe it was leather,
Who knows?
but yeah, they suck. Suck.
All right.
I'm not selling anything anymore.
Look, Dior's coming
And
out.
they came-
You selling, I'm selling.
What did Jordan
I'm
1
copping.
OGs come in before? Not a Jordan 1 box, did it? Didn't it come like in a regular black box?
Came in
they
two different boxes.
What's he talking about? The yours?
Because they came in Jordan 1 OG box, high box, and I was like, oh, they put them in these boxes now?
My lows are in 2 different boxes. They come in a black box, and some come in a black box with the gold letters too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So the original ones that we bought came with the flip box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
They converted over to the
the shadows probably I think came in come in the same box.
Because I was like, what?
So I think my shadows, my royals, and my
I mean, I'm glad those white grays are going to come that way, but
maybe just my shadows and royals.
It may be. I don't know.
Because I think my breads, my white reds, my Euro grays.
So you think Dior's are fire enough to
Yeah,
keep?
I'd wear them. Yeah, I would keep
I'm
them.
talking about for the price they go for.
nope.
If I got them for retail, then yeah, I would keep them.
Nope. So then you don't have a price limit.
Just
on
give me
like
6,000
something
and I'll
is
buy
at a
cards.
price. Oh my God! If that's
No.
what you're gonna use those 6,000 for, you should slap yourself.
What else am I going to use it for?
No, if I get it for
vacation,
retail-
maybe? Like,
Yes, you use the 6,000. Like you sell cards
I'm not
for
going to
like
use it to
specific
pay
reasons.
like bills and stuff.
You said that's why you sell cars to like pay off stuff and do stuff.
Well, yeah, to make money though. To
So
get
then you
in a
would
positive,
sell-
not to like pay like my TV bill.
Well, yes, clearly, but I'm just saying, like, if you would sell a Dior one, get 6,000, and then use that to buy cards, wouldn't you use the 6,000 to do whatever you trying to make card money with?
But I'm going to be selling the cards too. I'm not keeping it. So it's like you
He
just
thinks he's gonna turn 1,000 into $1 million.
What's your
I'm
price
the
limit?
last person on earth who thinks
keep
I'm never going to be
something?
rich.
No, what's your price limit to like where it's just I talked about this a lot of times, but like it's disgusting to keep it. That's how high it's selling for. A Dior Chicago would probably sell for about 12,000. I would imagine.
I think
There's no way I would ever wear that shoe.
I would wear it.
No, you wouldn't.
If I got it for retail, I would wear it.
I would wear the
wouldn't.
Jo-
Yes, I would,
wear
because
the
my-
Dior
'cause-
1 low,
because
but
I
it would
can
have to
wear
be
it.
$200.
Because I could wear it and I can still sell it and still make money.
What's the max of a shoe
what?
you would keep?
Who cares? Then you just thought
hold
that
on,
you
hold
do
on.
that.
What's the max amount of a sneaker that is fire? You think it's the most fire thing you ever have? And
Oh,
it's at
if
a
I could
certain
get
price.
Union 1s right now for 1,000, I would absolutely do
No.
that.
No.
But like, I'm talking about what it's
If you
value
got
for,
them for-
you wouldn't sell it.
If you got them for 300 and they were
You got
worth
it for
$5
retail.
grand,
You got it for retail, and you think it's fire, and you want to keep it. It's fire retail.
Oh, the amount
What's
that you
the
would have to
amount
make off
to
of it?
where
yeah,
you,
yeah.
No, not
that you
make.
that you wouldn't put on your foot. It's not worth you wearing
Right.
it.
Like,
Yeah,
to
I'm
me,
saying.
if something is worth 1,000, I keep it. Something worth 2,000, I gotta sell it. 1,000, I think that's my limit.
Yeah, you're talking about the thing to where how much money you're going to
Maybe
make. if you sell it.
2,000.
You
Right.
kept cause fours?
Yeah, but they weren't going. And I traded those for off-white Prestos and like $400.
But if I got Union 1s for retail, I wouldn't sell them.
Even if they were $4 grand.
So it depends on the shoe.
Even if they were $4 grand.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell them.
So then we would say what, $3,000 then might be max.
No, but now if you said Union 1s, you buy them and they're 10,000. That's
No,
different.
that's different. So like I'm just saying, like if you got
I'm not selling Union 1s or pink Art Basels or whatever for whatever.
Okay.
If I got them for retail.
okay, so then if Union ones you
But
got
it depends
them,
on what the shoe
if
is.
Union ones you got them for retail, and then like you haven't worn them 3 months later, they're at 8,000.
I mean, I'm sure Hannah would force me to sell them at that point.
Don't do that. I'm talking about you.
Nah, I don't think so.
You
See, that's how I feel about Dior's. I would wear them.
Okay. Well, then I
No,
can't be
but
mad at you
Dior's
then.
are 2,000 retail. That's the difference. There's a different price point. You're talking about 10 times the price of the other one.
Okay, but
2,000
it's
retail? I
Yes.
thought it was like 1,000.
No.
Yeah, I thought they were like
2,000.
$1,000 or $1,200 on them.
Yeah, 2,000 sounds high.
Both pairs are $2,000.
Both pairs.
The lows and
gotta buy
highs
one?
originally.
That's 4,000 total.
Both pairs. They were $2,000.
Okay, then that makes me even less intrigued to sell it for $8. Like,
There's no way.
different than-
There's
yeah.
no way I would pay.
Right?
There's no. Listen. Now you saying
I would pay 2,000 for it.
to sell it.
No, to have it.
No,
to have it.
See, I would do that. It's a
there ain't no
luxury.
way.
It's considered a luxury good.
Yeah.
I mean, Rocio buy Gucci
Yeah, but I
shoes
don't.
and
Yeah, you're right.
stuff
But
all the
but
time.
I don't look at it that way because it's a Jordan. Like
It really is a Jordan, but it's
it
fire.
really is. It's
Yeah,
a Jordan,
okay,
but
I would fucking
it's
buy
the
a
same
fake
way
pair
I
to wear.
wouldn't pay 2,000. I mean, I thought about it, but I wouldn't pay 2,000 for Union ones, and I wouldn't pay 2,000 for pink ones. What are they called? Ice pinks. What are they called again?
Rust Pinks.
Art
Rust
Basel
pinks?
Rust pinks. There you go. Yeah.
Those are different though.
But if I got them for retail, I'm not
was the
selling
other
at
color?
any price.
Laguna blue?
Now, like, you know, 10,000 is different. What?
Blue Lagoon?
Yeah,
What was the other color?
Igloo. I
Igloo.
think.
Igloo?
Them is like that might be more rare than Rust Pinks. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with those.
I think when they first came out, the Rust pinks were not double, but they were quite a bit more. But I think now, if you look, I think Igloos might be more.
if I paid
So, yeah, you're probably
2,000 for Dior's,
Keep them.
No, I'm not keeping anything for $2,000.
no. You've already had to make the agreement with yourself that like I'm going to buy something from Dior.
So look,
So like you
the
go buy
way-
a purse from Dior. A purse from Dior is around
Yeah, but I'm not
25 to
copping that
30.
either, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying like
I
that's
hope
how I would
not.
look at it. I would look at it like my wife going to buy a $3,000 purse.
See, everything now, maybe it's just a card thing or PlayStation thing or whatever, but everything now I look at it as like an investment. Like, we know PlayStation ain't going up because eventually the production's going to catch up with the demand and they're going to be just sitting on the shelves. It's happened with every other system.
This one's taking a lot longer though than other systems.
I think it might be because of the semiconductor industry issues. I don't know if you heard about all that. The car industry's crazy right now because they can't get chips for the cars.
I mean, all
Anyways,
industries like that is
tangent.
crazy. But
Because of COVID.
yeah, but this PlayStation
shoes are
4,
different.
what is it, 5?
5.
We're on 5. It's taking a lot longer to get to stores than it did. Like, I expected by March. Man, the year is almost over.
Yeah.
5 what?
But like
PlayStation 5.
shoes will continue going up, but there's always a cap. Like we know a Union 1 is never going to be as high as an Undefeated 4 because Undefeated 4 had like 70 pairs. So we know there's a cap on all those shoes. Eventually, it's going to stop going up forever. Like a Dior 1 can't just go up indefinitely. It's going to go up to maybe 10,000 or whatever, 15, and then it's done. So
But you and I probably you probably thought the same thing about Undefeateds when they hit $8,000, and now they're
do you mean?
50.
no, there's 70 pairs. It's different. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't even know there were 70
Now
pairs.
I would have never said, oh, it's going to be a $25,000 shoe or Paris's either. But Paris's there was only what, 220, 240.
Yeah, but back then, even when we wouldn't have thought that about Undefeateds, Paris was still what, 10? Like they were pretty high, but now they're like
Yeah, 30,000 or 60,000 or whatever.
maybe like 80,000.
But my point is, like, you have a LeBron rookie card, it could be $1 million. Like, there's no cap for a card investment, but there's a cap for a shoe investment.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
I don't know if there's
Why?
a
Look at the shoes aren't selling for what cards are selling for. If you talk about rarity, I mean, there's your answer right there. If you're talking about a shoe that has 70 pairs that released a Jordan 1 Undefeated or Jordan 4 Undefeated, yes, it can go to 25,000.
I think the card
because
thing's a
there's
bubble.
70. No. The prices from February where Jordan rookies were selling for $1 million, that was a bubble. But it's already self-corrected. It's already back right now.
I think cards in general are bubble.
No.
I think it was I think the reason cards got
the bubble is
big was because there was no casinos open and it was fucking gambling. Like the Blez that I go on.
it's not casinos. It was just because people were home from COVID and bored.
Gambling.
I don't believe that either.
No. But here's the thing: the bubble was on guys like Tyler Harrow, Keldon Johnson. There's no bubble on superstars like Zion and Luka. If they never get hurt, those cards aren't going down. They make the Hall of Fame. Those cards are just going to go like this. It might be slow,
I got grip on rookies.
but
When did you buy this stuff?
I've been slowly collecting.
So,
man,
like-
since like October,
stuff was actually kind of like
September.
affordable. Like, you may not have been able to find it in Target or Walmart, but if you go back even to like last summer, July, August, boxes were cheap, like on resale. Like someone might pay $20 in store and sell it for $40. Now they're Prism basketball $40 mega boxes, $200. So that's different than what it was even like 1 year ago, because in the secondary market it was more affordable last year. Anyways, off topic, but I think certain investments are different than shoes. Like, I look at a Dior one as like, if you buy it now and it's worth 10, it's not going to be worth 100,000 in 10 years. So just sell it now for 10. That's why I look at that and cards or art or whatever differently. Because some of those collectibles can go up and up and up forever if someone makes the Hall of Fame or the artist dies or whatever. But a shoe can't do that unless it's ultra rare, 70 pairs.
I will say, hopefully, if they drop 3 more colorways, that the prices do come down. Now, I don't mean hopefully for me, because I'm like, oh, good, they're $2,000 now. I'm gonna go buy them. But I mean, if I had $2,000 to spend on a pair of sneakers, I'm gonna buy Unions before I bought.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know. I might buy Dior's over Unions because
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, we would.
I don't know. I love Unions. Like Unions are just the ultimate Jordan 1 top 10 of all time. Like clearly Unions. But
That
like,
Dior swoosh is fire as fuck.
But like, I mean, they out there now. Like, I mean, they out there now. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just don't really like move me like they would.
People don't wear Dior's. You never see Dior's being worn.
Never.
So if that's your
That
reason,
might
I
be the
understand
reasoning.
it.
That
but
might be it.
Just what went into the Union one and the way it came out and looks, everything to me is it's a flawless shoe. I mean, they executed.
Oh yeah, the shoe is
perfect.
Perfect. I will say I see more black toes than blue. I will say that.
And I like that one better, anyways.
Real quick, I wanted to talk about, because everybody kept tagging me and asking, because Jay kept posting pictures of like stuff that's sitting in China or whatever. Shout out to Jay at Shanghai Soul. Y'all know Jay. You know Jay, right?
Yeah.
I'll just ask it. But everybody was making this big deal about like all the sneakers that Jay posts these pictures of like what's sitting in China or whatever. And everybody's making this such a big deal about it.
Somebody asked, like, when I go there on vacation, does it make sense for me to cop and ship it back home?
Dude, that was the thing that bothered me most about this, was like everybody in the comments was like,
and it is. If you ship 10 pairs in one box, it's going to be cheaper than if you ship 10 pairs in individual boxes. Like, I hope people know that. Like, yeah, at some point, if you send enough shit, it's going to be cost effective.
look, the people were like, yo, I gotta get to China. I'm like, you fly all the way, just because you saw some 2.0s and Pantene on it. What are y'all talking about? When I look at that situation, every time Jay posts pictures like that, the only benefit to like any of us in here is that like Jay would get it for us if we asked. You know, Jay's that good of a guy.
Some of the pictures are
Jay said he ain't shipping no more.
No, some of the old ones are, but like he posts some new ones, like some new ones, and he would ship if we asked, I think.
I asked him today.
Oh, you did?
He said, "Go fuck yourself."
No, he didn't.
You didn't ask me.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
No,
I asked him.
What?
I swear to God.
What shoe?
He's gonna message and find out. He listens to the podcast.
He's gonna message. I swear to God. I asked him if he could help me get
What
LeBron's. He's like, I don't ship no more, fam.
Of course you did.
It probably can't. But
Yes, yes he would.
look, when everybody who leaves
Those might not sit there though. That's the kind of shoe people in China love.
That's debatable.
No, something that only came out 500 units the first time, and it's a LeBron who people in China worship. I mean, China, he went out of his way to like praise China when all that stuff went down.
Yeah,
so.
but like Jay never posts.
Hey, look at your face.
Jay never posts pictures of like any other Nike basketballs. It's only Jordan walls and stuff like that. Like he has in the past. Look, either way, let me explain something to everybody who's listening to the podcast and who's in the comments. Like, oh my God, I wish that was here. The good old days.
The good old days.
That is simply like sneaker culture. Sneaker culture is everywhere, okay? That's culture versus sneaker culture. Chinese, I look at the Chinese as being way more disciplined than everybody here in America, all right? Like, if I said Semple to give me 15 shoes that should have sat, you could do that. We could all come up with, all those sneakers that he posts should have sat. A Shadow 2.0 should have sat here in America too. But here in America, we can't, we're so enthralled with having, what is it? Accumulating everything.
toilet paper.
Like we can't.
Yeah, you talking about human nature? I don't think that's just. I don't think that's just an American thing. That's fam. Someone pulled a gun out for sports cards, and the dude probably had in his bag something that was worth $100. So you gonna shoot somebody over $100?
But what was that at?
In Target, Wisconsin. That's why Target.
America?
That's why Target. That's what I'm saying. It's human nature in the U.S. and like sometimes in other countries too.
Now, in other people are
They
posting,
resell in China and Philippines
they
and
do
all that
too.
stuff too. They just
No.
they ain't reselling to make $20
See,
or whatever.
Other people were posting sneaker walls from other countries, Europe, Spain, Paris, and they were like, "Look at this set too." honestly, I understand that there's resellers and stuff like that as well, but like I just don't view. I think they're like, I don't need these Shadow 2.0s or these Pantino ones or Cool Gay 3s or cool Gray 3s.
What?
They don't need that stuff. I simply view that as American. Just
it could be cultural, but
it's a cultural thing.
But people resell everywhere, so to me, it's not. Now, what Semple's talking about with like hand sanitizer and toilet paper and all that, I know people in England did it because I saw pictures. But maybe people like in Australia not doing it, China not doing
That's
it,
different,
India
though.
not doing it.
That's a different topic.
What do you mean?
That's like public safety. Like you're just terrified. Like,
no, because look at the gas thing. I mean, last time I went to Costco, there was 2 people in line. There was no one there.
Yeah, but that's fear. Like going to get pump gas in your Ziploc bags because you might run out.
Right,
is fear.
but it's
going to buy toilet paper. It's like you're scared.
No, it's part of the same psychological issue that people have with like, I need this for one reason or another, either to sell to make more money or to benefit my family. It's like an excess thing. It's still part of the same issue.
That to me is a problem to me in this country. That's why I say it's a culture versus sneaker culture. I don't think people in China are now Chicago ones drop in China, zoom gone. I don't think they out there carrying them. Those stuff that sit there flew here. And I don't mean flew on sneakers. Flew out of stores here.
So the only difference to me that I see is an ownership perspective, because in China, like, they limit the number of kids you can have. You're only allowed to have one child, kind of thing. Like, I don't know if that's still how it is now.
Still around, but
no, but it is.
Right.
Like, you can't live in excess there unless you're, I'm sure they have different rules for wealthy people, but they have, cultural laws there that don't apply here. So I'm sure that people grow up learning that kind of stuff, and they're like, I'm not going to stock 600 shoes like Semple does.
Because they only have one kid.
No, because they don't. Number one, they don't have the room that we have here to live.
yes, there could be other.
But also, a lot of people grow up learning that like self-limiting is a virtue, as opposed to here. We don't learn that. when we grow up.
Georgetown 3s, those brand new 5s, cool gray 3s, royal blue 13s, reverse flu, what the 5s, 2.0 shadows, Pantino 1s. I mean, these are some like ones here, like I said, flew off the shelves. Like, it's not even a question. Now, like I said, everybody here in America looking at like, oh my God, I wish that was here. Well, I mean, it is here. The problem is that everybody here can't control themselves. Like, this is the land of the I need a cop. Like, that's what they think. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think they make more sense of things and say, this isn't a necessary thing. I don't have to. Kobe's dropped there? Oh, it might be a riot. I don't know. I would assume, but I don't know. To me, I'm more talking to the people that are in the comments.
And there may be
like,
more
relax.
pairs there as well. I mean, just because their population is like 5 times ours, so who knows? They may send more units there.
Who knows? But everybody, I need to relax,
Pause.
man. Like, somebody was like, shout out to Mr. Unloved Ones. That's the homie, man. He's going to come on a podcast at some point. But, like I said, like,
Yeah, he just got 2 Jordan 1s today.
stuff that's like sitting, just because it's not sitting. Yes, he said like the point of like, just because it's not sitting here doesn't mean it's not sitting somewhere. That's 100% fact. But like sitting in Spain, sitting in Paris, sitting all in places.
Oh, yeah.
It's irrelevant. It's an irrelevant thing.
I'm pretty sure. Now I don't know what store they were in, but my sister and them were in Hungary last year or 2 years ago, and she got a picture of Sam coming out of a shoe store because she was like, "Oh, now because Uncle George, Sam loves sneakers," and in the background was a Black Cement 3. Now I don't know. It might have been a resale shop. I don't know,
Right.
but there's a Black Cement 3 on the shelf in European sneaker store. I wouldn't be surprised if it still was retail. Either last year or the year before.
And George said, go in there and get it for me.
When you went, was there anything?
No.
But you
When
went
I
to
was
like
there-
major retail stores though, right? Well, I think
he only went to like Gucci and
yeah,
taking
Louis
advantage of
Vuitton.
the tax
I went
advantage.
to
or
Pada,
whatever.
but Pada like didn't have anything
Because
that
they
you
have
would have
crazy
wanted.
lines when they do releases. They got people really wait out in that alley or whatever.
And then we were in Italy. We went to like, what's the store? Was it Snipes? They had like a couple like big box, like what would be like our Foot Locker, and they have Foot Locker and stuff there too. But no, there was nothing that I can remember that was sitting that I would have wanted.
I didn't even know Snipes was an actual physical store until a few weeks ago. I
think
thought it
it's-
was just a website.
I think they
I
had
don't know,
Snipes
yeah.
out there.
I seen cats like, oh, they was at Snipes wilding. They was fighting. I was like, wait a minute, this is a store?
in the US?
I thought Snipes was like a app, like a person's, they just made something. The actual place. Pew pew. Anyways, what else we talking about? Foot action or something?
Foot action what?
Foot action, ball Foot Locker?
Dennis
All the way
Schroeder?
around? Oh, yeah, Schroeder. Well,
Bro,
They already owned
I didn't know Dennis Schroeder was German.
What?
I had no idea. I went to
name
watch
is
the video.
Schroeder.
I went to watch the video he was talking about, And he, like, I was
got
like, why?
psychological
I thought I had a stroke. I was like, why don't I understand what they're saying?
You must have.
I was like, why don't I understand what they're saying? Bro, I have a stroke. Why can't I understand him? And then I realized his wife is bad.
He's married?
Whoever she is, she's bad.
Damn, what?
I didn't know he had it.
He's been in the league like 10 years.
No idea.
Whatever.
He
How
was
did you
German. No
know?
idea he was German. No idea.
He had
He
the
was-
2 dots over the O.
Bro. He was speaking German. I was like, bro, what happened?
Somebody had
I can't
asked me.
understand what he's saying.
Everybody had sent me that, and they was like, "Yo, you think that's corny?" And I was like, I said, man, I remember early podcasts we used to talk about. Would you wear
Somebody else's shoes that you're playing
somebody
against?
else's shoes you'd play
Because
against?
who was it? Somebody.
It made me think of you
I
talking
don't know, a
about.
lot of people.
Oh,
wear
I think it
LeBrons
was
and Kobe's.
No, but I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
but
but
that's
remember,
different. No,
I think
they
it was.
Yeah, they do all the time.
No, didn't. Did and do now and did back then.
Didn't win.
Nobody was wearing Kobe's against Kobe.
Yeah,
I ain't never.
Yeah, they were.
Who?
Nobody was probably wearing Jordans. Like if you go back longer.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I think it
Kobe's
was.
against Kobe?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Everyone
can't think of
Kobe's
one.
against. Yeah.
I'm not saying no one didn't.
Yes.
The other people I could think did were DeRozan. Like people that were under that Kobe umbrella.
Plenty of players wore Kobe's because it's a good basketball
Yeah.
shoe.
Tons of players were Kobe and Durant's.
Maybe.
And LeBron's.
And I think, I think it was.
Ginobili used to wear LeBron.
I was gonna say, I think it was Ginobili who didn't wear them in like the fucking
finals or
finals
that
against
stuff.
because he was like, I can't wear.
But he's a weirdo. I mean, in a good way, but he's a weirdo.
But
Yes, he's Italian or
He
Argentinian.
his family is Italian, but they're from Argentina.
Schroeder's he's giving all his Kyries away. He said if you size 12, hit him up. So I mean, you might want to hit him up.
Yeah, but he's a weirdo. So
You can hit him up. You wear size 12.
Why is he a weirdo? Because he's German?
no,
Yeah, that's
he
messed
just,
up,
He
yeah.
just looks like a weirdo. I mean, you wouldn't look at him and be like, "Oh yeah, he normal."
Look, when Semple said, okay, when Semple said, only because he got that crazy blonde streak, though.
He's had it for 20 years or whatever, fam. Like at some point, you got to grow out of it.
Fam, he's only like 26, if that. I don't know how old he is.
He's been in the league a long time.
been
And
in
when
the
you
league
come
a
from
long
Europe, you're
time.
normally a little bit older than like coming first year out of college or whatever.
He's
because
played
they
for
a while.
what, 4 teams? 3? Hawks, OKC, Lakers. I feel like somewhere else before that or whatever. Look, somebody was like, yo, would you ever wear? I was like, I don't know, man. I mean, when Simple had said doing a top 10 playoff sneakers, which I just couldn't figure out. I couldn't think of anything. I just,
I thought you were like 40 years
Last shot.
yeah, I felt like
Concord 11s.
all we were,
Concord
Concord 11 wasn't a playoff sneaker, was it?
Well, he debuted it in the playoffs
Playoff-
against
playoff
the
12?
No,
against
black and no black. Sorry.
Almost every single
Red 11s.
Almost
No,
every
the
single
first time.
shots.
No, the first time he ever
Almost-
wore the Concords was against the Magic in that series.
Oh,
in
yeah,
that series.
he's right. It was
Yeah.
when he came back.
It was came back and it was like game 5.
They lost that series, and that's why
he
everyone
wore-
at first was like, "Oh, these 11 suck," because he lost when they
Yeah.
wore them, and then when they came back the next year, he wore them again and won. And so I was like, "All right."
Yeah, he debuted him.
what happened.
Him and what was homie's name?
I remember that specifically.
Yeah.
Nobody thought Concords was whack because they lost.
Yeah,
they
I
just thought
mean,
Concords were whack.
Maybe you not talking.
What was
to. But
dude's
yeah, I remember
name?
there
What's
was like-
what's fucking dude's name? Inside stuff. Why can't I think of his name?
Ahmad Rashad.
Ahmad Rashad. Him and Ahmad Rashad had him on like, and Ahmad Rashad was like showing him off in the pregame against the
Oh,
Magic.
with when they first came out, you mean?
Yeah, when when he wore him in that game against the Magic.
I think the issue is that like even back then, basketball
People
shoes.
looked at them like tuxedo shoes.
a basketball shoe back in the day. I don't think technology really hit them probably till like 11s. Like there was a block of time where all basketball shoes were the same. It didn't matter if it was a Jordan or a Nike.
I don't think technology hit until like 25s or
Yeah,
24s.
you might be
26s or
right
something.
because I mean, Air Flight 89 wasn't no different than a 4, a 5, a 6. Like there were other basketball shoes to play in. Like they had a lot of basketball. If I can't think of any other basketball shoes right now. If I play basketball, I would buy a Kobe, a Kyrie, a KD. I would buy only the people
I just
that
like
play.
Kobe's because they're low. It
Right.
has nothing to do with any
No.
of the other tech that's in the
My
shoe.
thing I was saying is like I don't know if there's any other basketball Nikes that exist. Like I can't think of like
Meaning what?
they make like hyper dunks and stuff still. Oh, I guess maybe those
They made
Those
a lot
goofy
of stuff
ones
though. They made
Cosmic
sole?
Unities. Oh, the Cosmic Unity ones, I guess.
They always made stuff like that. I remember that James Harden low shoe, and he still was a Nike, and I wanted that, like point guard
I did
one,
too. I
or
still
run
look it
the
up.
run the one, or something like
I
that.
still look that up. I
Yeah.
still want that. But like, oh, okay. But do they still do that?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I just I
Look
don't
on
know.
basketball on Nike. I have no idea.
I mean, I look on there and they all Kyries.
Nah, they gotta have something.
Kyries, LeBron Soldiers, LeBron Witness, LeBron see you laters, Zions.
They gotta have something. I'm gonna look
All
now.
right. They don't have like all them hyper dunks and hyper revs and hyper.
Hyper revs are the shit. The lows?
It's debatable.
I'm gonna look this up.
Look it up because I was like, oh, I guess I'd have to buy a Kyrie or Stephen Curry.
Well, speaking of technology, Jordan 36s.
Air Zoom GT Cut. I don't
see
know what
it.
that is, but it exists.
Oh, that's a brand new one.
Those don't suck. For basketball,
I mean, look like you run real fast.
they look like something Steve Nash would wear.
That's what they look like. Don't let give you handles. Jordan 36. I like the way it debuted, but I mean, it's a
I
Jordan
don't think they
36.
suck. I mean, you can't wear them
Can't
like
really tell.
you can't wear them. There's clear pictures.
Oh, clear
Nike
ones?
Yeah.
Nike Fly
Not in
by
the box?
Mid 2.
No,
Oh, let me see.
Nike
see.
Fly. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, but who would buy that?
Well, I'm sure they sold some units, but yeah, I mean Nike Precision 5. They got some stuff.
Oh, I guess
They got
so.
dumb names. They're not like Flight
Like a
2s or
runner.
Force 2s or whatever.
Oh shoot, they got better pictures. Let me see these.
Renew Elevate 2.
It's like a Paul George.
like I mean, you can't wear them like
Right.
to the grocery store.
I mean, you
They
can.
got Flyes of these.
You see this picture?
Precision 5. Yeah, I saw it. He wearing them tonight or last night or something. Or no, in that game you had on the TV, right?
Who?
That's Tatum head.
Oh,
I
yes?
thought that was.
Oh, this is the girl from the Dallas.
Yeah, I thought that was WNBA lady.
Yeah, this
No,
is WNBA
that's-
lady.
that's- no,
but
that's
Tatum might
from
be
right
wearing them
now.
tonight. No. This is. It says Satu Salabi
Let me see.
wearing them. That little piece in the
The
back.
picture
hanging off
might
is
be wrong.
whack.
That's
They
whack.
may have said that.
but
No,
like,
this is her shoe, but this is Tatum. This is the picture they sent out from today.
but like speaking of
Yeah, 2 hours ago. This
Technology,
is, this
like
is actually
back-
Tatum, even though it's not his shoe.
Oh,
like technology, like
it's his technically.
back in the day or whatever, like I think now technology and sneakers and basketball sneakers makes them unable to translate into
Oh yeah, of course. So like casual.
to casual wear.
Yeah, they still got a lot of stuff on here.
Like you can't wear. What was
They
last
got-
Jordan
they got
that you
an Air
could, last
Zoom.
number Jordan? I guess you can't even call him number Jordan. What was last Jordan you could have wore with like outfit?
14,
None. Yeah.
16. I wore 16s.
Yeah, I wore
This is a
16s.
BB that's not auto lace.
Them is alright.
17 lows
Not bad.
maybe,
I had no
What's a
idea.
17 low?
like the Lightnings.
Oh yeah, you can wear
Maybe.
those. Yeah. I wear Laney ones like that. Fam, these are like the last ones was like had the Jordan 5 tongue. This has that Jordan 6 cover over the thing.
Yeah.
Look, man, you know what they should have did, and I said this a long time ago on this podcast. They should have made the Jordan signature, turn it into the Zion line. It should just continue as the Zion line. Like it just doesn't really make any sense. Or make them Tatum's. Like I don't care. Like it just they need a reason to sell these. Like no one's buying these. To be like, ooh, Jordan. Jordan doesn't play. Jordan doesn't play in it forever. So what's the point of having a Jordan signature line? It should have been Westbrook's, or it should have been Zion, or it should have been Tatum. Like continue it with the athlete. Like you don't have to continue to call these Jordan. What is this? And look at this little tail on the back.
Yeah, I know. There's one on the bottom too.
Fam, this
Is
joint
it?
is wild.
Oh no, there's not.
Look at that, Joe. You see this on the back?
A little pull tab,
Look at that little thing.
a diving board.
Oh my gosh.
Diving, that's what it looks like.
I like the way they debuted it.
Flick it.
I liked how the WNBA, the
Oh.
young lady, whatever, I can't remember her name. I feel bad saying whatever. Satu Sabali, I can't remember her name. I think she's from another country, but she plays for the Dallas Wings, I think, or somebody. So shout out to her. I like the way they debuted
I
it.
think that colorway is kind of
I'm
like
sure
it's
I'm
kind of a
wrong.
dope
I think
colorway.
she went to Stanford, but I'm sure I'm wrong.
Maybe, I don't know. I think she played in Germany or something as well. I think she played overseas. Oh, she probably does now.
Most of the players do though, because they don't
Right.
get paid enough for the WNBA.
But they alright, man. I ain't mad at them or whatever. What else we got? That's
Chief
it.
Keefs.
Oh, I forgot about that. Look, man, I didn't know Chief Keefs existed.
Neither did I until I saw them on the thing. Bro, they were like 225, sold out.
They didn't sell out.
Yeah, and
There's still
men's
some on
sizes.
there. Look,
7 and under.
first of all,
He said, I read an article about it. He said that he had been working on that shoe for 5 years. How did it take you 5 years?
it did.
How does it take you 5 years to come up with Air Force One says glory on the side?
The only way I figured out that, because I researched it and it said like, yo, he just got a new deal to come out with his own sneaker, and it was like about 2-3 years ago, like about that, and it came out with a black Air Force One.
Did you watch the
All black the
video?
the video,
Bro.
I was gonna send it to you guys.
Bro, it looked like a junior high, like,
The beat,
I almost said special ed project. That's not what I
the
mean.
beat was fire.
You talking about
Chief Keef
Chicago
video.
man?
Yeah.
You gotta watch the video. It's like
You gotta watch the video.
like the promo video. All that money and stuff. I was like,
Bro.
what is this, man? Look.
And you can't watch it if you have, what's that thing? Where you have seizures? Epilepsy, you can't watch it.
Yeah, they be moving
Too
around.
much flashing and stuff, bro.
Stuff be like spinning and floating.
Can't
I
be
was
doing it.
like, this is weird. Look.
What did you say? Caesars. Oh, Caesars.
Seizure.
I thought he
Caesars.
said
Caesars. I was like, what?
Caesars. He said
I said Caesars. Seizures. Yes, they'll give you a Caesar haircut. If you watch it, a barber
I don't know,
comes
you talking about
starts clipping you up.
Little
man.
Caesars.
I don't
or
know
what?
how you found them joints. Whatever.
It came up on like whatever Instagram account.
They have no suck. And they're fitting. They're all black Air Force Ones. They're fitting
Is it
for
really?
There's a white pair too.
For a drill. Yeah, the white pair ain't came out yet though.
No, you copping?
All black Air Force One for a drill rapper is fitting.
You
That's
copping?
real?
Oh, is that one of them?
What
I
is
haven't seen that one.
That's Chief Keef's.
I think that's the casual
What
one.
I typed in.
Yeah,
Chief Keef.
that's for
shoe.
winters.
I got an arrest.
That's for winters in New York.
Man, get them out of here. Chicago. He ain't from New York. Don't be disrespectful. Look, man.
It says Glow Gang on it.
It might be Nike fault for all this stuff like that because YG, he got his own Chuck Cortezes that got fired on the side. They're called like 400s. Look, man, once you start making the person more important than you do the athlete, that's what happens. Somebody put in the comments, yo, y'all need to discuss music people being more important than athletes. I was like, fam, go back and listen to like episode 1 through to 100. Like, what are you talking about?
What you talking about?
We discussed all that before. But anyways, I mean,
Oh, you talking about this?
yeah, the video is wild.
Wild.
It's like watching Jesse.
So he must have
anime.
called the same people that Kai called.
Don't take
They
an
all call the same people.
don't take an edible before.
Don't take an edible before. Finish line.
I sent you out there watching the same video I sent y'all to the text thread like 2-3 years ago. No? Yes.
What video?
Watching Action Man watch Asian Alien show.
What?
I sent y'all
I
that
do
to the
be- I
text
do
thread
be
like
getting high
3
watching
years
that.
ago, and you now just watching that now.
What is it?
Is Action Bronson and friends
everybody gets super
watching
high, and then they watch Ancient
Ancient
Aliens.
Aliens?
Oh, you talking about watching the? Oh, you talking about actually watching the real show?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They made a show of them getting filmed
Yeah.
watching the show.
Yeah.
It's
Getting
ridiculous.
Wait, watching? Yeah. I knew that.
I sent y'all a video. I might still have the video.
That day when Bobby was trying to get me to go out, I
don't even come on
I took way too many edibles. I watched that for about 4 hours.
I bet you did.
I watched it for about 4 hours.
Foot Locker.
Fam, they had some weirdo come on the show and then they like shrunk him down and put him on all these things in the video. You seen that one?
I've never even watched the show, but I know what it
I
was.
sent it to the thread.
Did
You ever
it
want to
come
do
on?
edibles and watch it? You go
What?
all
Come
over.
on, Vice.
Yeah.
It
A&E?
used to, but I don't think he has that contract anymore.
No, he's doing his own stuff
I
now.
thought it came on A&E.
He just puts all this stuff on YouTube now. Last I saw.
Action Bronson.
Look, real quick. Foot Locker turned all foot actions into Foot Lockers. Does that matter?
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So all the foot actions.
Foot
are
actions is
Foot
done.
Lockers.
It doesn't matter.
Dang.
I've always loved Foot Actions. Foot Action been my spot. Foot Action might have been the first stores that had like their exclusive sneakers, like sneakers that only came out there in color.
Athletic Express.
They had colors
yeah,
like
they
that.
did.
I feel like.
Athletic Express did.
I thought so.
I remember Finish Line had like
Sports
certain
Authority.
Pippins.
Sports Authority used to get like Sports Authority used to get Rodmans and other stores didn't.
No, that was Foot Action.
Fam, I think I still
Maybe
have
both
it.
did. Foot Locker, Foot Actions. Does it matter? I
don't think so.
Okay. I mean, look, I don't know how it works. All right. Somebody told me to talk about it. I have no idea.
The only thing that I think that would matter from the changing perspective is now what Foot Action doesn't have an app no more where people used to be able to win.
Oh, no,
and
no,
all
no.
the pairs go to Foot Locker now? I
No,
would imagine.
foot actions are going to champs.
Well, they said some will turn to champs, but some will be Foot Locker.
I think it depends on the mall then, because I think the mall that we were talking to do at Foot Locker and they have a Foot Locker.
Oh, okay. So
they're
they
going to
don't
be
change
champs.
to a champs. Oh,
So maybe it'll just be Foot Locker and champs now.
I mean, I figured that all for the Foot Locker mall, there's champs in the mall already. Like, what do you like?
Not really.
Oh,
Scottsdale Mall never had like Finish Line or
they did.
Anything.
They had a finish line.
no. I'm saying they didn't have it like years ago. Now they do, and they got Chic and whatever else.
No,
but they didn't
Scottsdale
have
Mall
that
had a
forever.
finish line, and then they don't have one now.
they had Finish Line. They don't have
Where?
one now. They had Finish.
They had
Line
one
during
up by
that
Nordstrom's.
quarter. Yeah, like where House Rooms is, but it was like
Must have been
on
Until
the
like
other
2000,
side.
20
until like
years ago,
2009,
man.
2010,
No,
and then they
we
closed.
were-
Oh yeah, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was a really long time ago, but they closed that. Look, I don't know. It's what it is.
Damn,
what
I
it
remember
is.
when Foot Locker was on the other side, like in the middle where the elevator.
Yeah.
I was more shocked.
Or like
that-
Sunglass Hut or whatever.
I was more shocked at how much money that Foot Locker made.
That was when I first saw Chaos 5s when they came out. Was when Foot Locker was there, and I should have bought them, but I didn't.
I had them.
I remember going to Nike looking at Chaos, helicopters, everything like this. Like
Yeah, but those are 6s. I'm talking about 5s.
they had Chaos 5 and Helicopter 6. They were sitting.
So speaking
I
of
don't think those two
speaking
would've
of the
been
sitting
out
thing,
sitting at the same time.
do you think that
You might be right.
we're gonna have stuff sit here? Like, dude, before
For what?
before
like what?
well, first of all, before Last Dance,
No, we're in America.
stuff was sitting.
We're America.
Before the
Like
Last
what?
Dance, Dude, I got
bigger size Jordan 1 OGs were sitting in Foot Lockers in certain sizes.
Yes, 14 to 18.
That was when
No.
That was when like size 7, 7.5, 8, and 8 was like flying for like, $800.
Before Last Dance.
Were sitting. I went in and they had I'll find while Simple's talking, I'll find
Before Last Dance, top 3 Jordan 4 sat, top 3 Jordan 5 sat. Those neon
you're
Air
talking
Max
about sitting in store and
Jordan
not on
4s.
sneakers. Like they're all selling on sneakers.
No, I got on swoosh.
What got what on swoosh?
Top 3 Jordan 4s, those neon like
What's
Air
top
Max
3
Jordan 4s.
4? I'm thinking of what the 4. What's top 3 Jordan 4?
Isn't that what the 4? What the 4 is top 3 or
Those
whatever.
didn't sit.
Yes, they did. I got 2 pairs on fucking on swoosh.
What the Jordan 4? What is
Yeah.
that? Oh, yeah, those sat.
Those sat.
you didn't?
The red
Huh?
the
I was
red
in Foot Action,
3s.
like, do I?
I
a
resold
Foot
2 of
Locker.
them.
The red
They
3s sat.
They sat in stores at least. I don't know about sneakers.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
The
red
okay.
3s
sell
sat.
online.
Red 3s definitely sat.
Red 3 sat.
Oh yeah, I think those sat in Chicago.
Sat in Chicago All-Star Weekend.
The
The one that said Shy
women's
sat.
Jordan 1 that was like
Those are under retail.
Carolina blue in the back and the bread toe in the front or bread in the front.
Kind of. They did
Those
a little
sat.
bit. They did.
Pine greens.
Was that
Pine
thing you
Greens.
called
Pine
the
Green
best
sat?
women's Jordan of all time or whatever?
I didn't say that, but it's
Chicago to LA's or whatever they are? Y'all put them number 1
Carolina,
on the list
Chicago.
and got angry when I said that they shouldn't have been on there.
You're talking about the SB.
No,
No, he's talking about the one you
No,
just
the
said.
women
The
one.
one that's like Carolina in the
Blue
back.
and
red.
Them was fire.
they didn't sit.
Yeah, they did.
sit.
Yeah, they did sit.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did sit. They were
Yes, they
undefeated for
did.
like a week and a half.
I was debating on buying them. Those and Pine Green
Undefeated.
2.0s.
I'm talking about online.
Man, I ain't talking about sneakers.
Pine
They
Green
follow
sat?
sneakers. Pine
Like
Greens.
a bunch of stuff was sitting before the Last Dance came out.
Well, not Pine Green.
I don't think
one.
Last Dance
No,
was
the
the
second
reason.
one did.
I don't think Last Dance was the reason.
I think it was.
I don't believe in that Last
Bro,
Dance stuff unless it's
Last
the
Dance is
reset.
the reason for Chicago's everything. Because after that, Chicago like golf shoes were
Chicago
like $600-700.
cleats. Everything was
Yeah.
like flying off the shelf.
I
Chicago.
did sell my Chicago cleats for like $500.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't have happened if Last Dance didn't happen.
Anyway,
I think time's
Now,
coming again where stuff's gonna
Why only Chicago's
they
flu
won't.
makes no sense. Yes, I understand they showed an image of him with the Chicago's on the. But why was that the only one that Matt? It made
was
no
the main
sense.
discussion.
No, they like each episode
It didn't make
shit
no
like
sense.
like double
For-
nickels
for
through the roof for like
Last
3-4
shots,
days.
last
Last
shots
shots
went up
through
too.
the roof for like a couple days.
No, I'm saying what I'm talking about is like Chicago ones went up to like 1,500, but you still could get like black and reds for like 400.
Black and Reds came out more recently than Chicago ones though.
Facts.
By a year? By what? You know what I mean? Not that
Look,
much.
oh, it was just stupid because like Chicago, like when they put like the Chicago theme on like some waffles, those were selling out. Like weird stuff was anything that looked like a Chicago.
Boom.
They had to be a Jordan model. Like it was like a runner. Chicago gone. I was like, all right.
Trunner.
Trunner.
I used to love them trunners. All right, y'all do top 10 now?
Let's do it.
1996.
Honorable mentions first.
Fire. I have none. But if y'all want to say Orlando, I don't mention.
94,
that's fine with me.
95.
I have Orlando on my list, and I think it's way too high. And I think it's way too high. I might have to move it. Honorable mentions: 96, 97 Rockets. Hakeem
that? That's the
Olajuwon,
one.
Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler.
Is that 2 years after they won?
I don't agree with that. They were good, but like they
They're
weren't
old.
better. They weren't better than that Utah team. That Utah team had no business going 7 games with them or whatever it was. They had to win on a John Stockton 3 at the top of the key at the buzzer. Like what the heck? I was like that Jazz team was just as good as the Bulls team they played in the finals. To me, Bulls are gonna win, but both them Jazz teams were good. That old Rockets team took Utah Jazz, Stockton, Malone, Hornacek, Russell, all them to 7 games. And John Stockton had to win at the buzzer to get them to the finals. No. That Rockets team should not even got that far. They had Pippen, Barkley, and Olajuwon.
So
all
that's
washed.
2 years after they won their second one?
Might have been a little longer than that.
Well, he said 96, 97,
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
they won 95.
94, 95 was their last one they won.
Yeah.
What else you got? Hold on real quick. And for anybody, we're doing top 10 NBA teams that should have won a championship to us. And for anybody
Or
that
the best teams that didn't win one.
Fam, and all you cats that be talking about we don't know our sports, this is stuff off the top of the head. This ain't ESPN. Cats on YouTube.
Bro,
comment
he's saying that disclaimer just for him.
Fam, cats. Okay.
Well, that don't apply to me because there ain't nobody out there who knows more than I do.
They were okay. First of all, they were like, y'all are too old, and I know your basketball stuff, and the stuff that they're talking about
Talking
is
about
like
recent stuff? I don't care about recent
No, I'm
stuff.
talking about in general. They were like, man, we were debating on which the Heat.
Oh, yeah, we don't
stuff
gotta, like,
that. Let's
researcher
stop
in our
it.
ear
Ain't
during the middle of the
nobody-
show.
Ain't nobody looking on Google and stuff like that. You want exact facts? Go ESPN. Like, leave me alone. I'm geeks, huh? What else you got on my mention?
03-04 Lakers. Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, Rick Fox, Karl Malone, and Shaq.
I should have been in your 10.
Nah.
Yes, it should have.
I understand why, for nostalgia purposes of watching the series, but when you look at how good that team actually really was, it wasn't that good.
Okay, we're not talking about advanced statistics here.
Well, for me, that matters.
And my last one,
it's best teams that not
honorable mention, 2011-2012 Lakers.
Yeah, that's when they lost to
Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, Metta World Peace, Pau Gasol, Dwight Howard.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about when they lost to the Celtics.
Oh, they didn't get to the finals.
No.
They lost to...
Well, Nash was out. And Howard was out.
Nash was only out the entire time he was on the Lakers.
Yes.
I can't remember who they put them out. Who put them out?
I don't remember.
I don't even remember. That team shouldn't have made it. That team was whack.
But on paper, looking at this
lineup,
lineup,
it doesn't matter, especially when your main attraction besides Kobe was Nash, and he literally stayed in an LA suit on the sideline the entire time he was there.
Honorable mentions, we already said earlier. Orlando, the year they didn't win it.
That's mine. That's it.
And then, just to be funny, Chicago, the year when Jordan came back and they didn't win.
I'm moving
when you
Orlando
don't ever
to 10.
expect Jordan to lose anything. So,
what you got?
I'm moving Orlando up to 10.
I mean, there's a lot of teams like franchises you just can put in there. A lot of Knick teams just got in they just in the wrong era. They were good. They're just in the wrong era.
Yeah, but the problem with those teams. Okay.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
I get what you're saying.
You're in the wrong era, but you had a team good enough to win the championship.
Yeah, but did you put any of those?
No, that's what I'm saying right now.
Because you know why? I'm gonna bring that up when I talk about my other teams. All right, I'm gonna go for. Who wants to go first?
Go if you ready.
Go
Stare at your list already.
Look, because my list might be whack, it might be fire, but it's to me. Look, number 10, I got between 2012 and 2017, any of those Lob City Clippers teams. All right. One of them should have won a championship, at least got to the finals, at least got to the Western Conference Finals at some point. We're talking about, like, they were really good basketball teams.
There's a lot of teams that Chris Paul's been on that could have won a championship.
And they had really good head coach.
I got a better one, but
that's why I got them at 10. Number 9, actually, you know what? 9 and 8 are pretty much run together. Any of those Kings and Mavericks teams, all right? And I view those, and I'm talking about between that,
why are you associating Kings and Mavericks?
Because the Kings, Mavericks, like all of them just had this like weird battle between each other in the West. That one block of time when it was Webber on the Kings.
I don't look at the Mavs ever being as good as the Kings were with that team.
Oh, that Nash and Nowitzki, they were really good. And Michael Finley, they had some really good teams.
Nowitzki won 2 championships.
Look, I look at the Mavs.
Did he win 2?
Yeah,
he won 2.
They beat Miami and they beat.
No, they got 1.
No, they only got 1.
No, they got 2. They got the years they played the Suns in the Western Conference Finals or something, or in the semifinals.
Oh, he got 1. He got 1.
Yeah, they got 1. No, they won a championship at the very beginning of Nowitzki's career, and then they beat the Heat again. They beat LeBron his first year when LeBron was in Miami.
They didn't win the beginning of his career.
Yes, they did.
No, Dirk only has 1.
He didn't. He has 1 championship.
No, he doesn't.
Against Miami.
You know everything about sports.
Trust me.
No, he doesn't. Nowitzki 2 championships. That was his first one. That's why he was balling his eyes out against the Heat.
Bro, he has 1.
He has 1. That's not even a question.
2011.
I don't know what George talking about.
He made the finals in 2006.
Yeah, the Miami Heat slapped the Miami Heat slapped the Mavericks around.
Oh, okay, all right. That's what I was thinking of. So Dwayne Wade
slapped them
Dallas
around.
team. All right.
2011.
So
dang, you know everything about sports.
Look, Kings, Mavs, and all them remind those Knicks teams and stuff. You say like during the era, I agree with that. Era does. Look at my stuff. Era does play a part in it. But you know what? Like, I feel like the Knicks, the Heat, and the Pacers issues was the goal was always to try to beat the Bulls.
Yes.
But then they always ran into each other. Like their teams couldn't beat each other. So sometimes they get put out before they could beat the Bulls. They might have a team that could maybe possibly beat the Bulls, but they would sometimes never even get to the Bulls. They get put out by the Heat, the Knicks, and then the Knicks would put out the Heat, and then the Heat would put out the Pacers, and the Pacers put out. It was this rotating thing. Sometimes the Mavericks and Kings' only goal was to try to put out the Lakers, but they never took into consideration the Blazers. They never took into consideration each other. And I was like, the goal was the Lakers. Now, I could be wrong. I could be off. But like the Kings didn't always get put out by the Lakers. The Blazers didn't always get put out by the Kings. Like it was always a rotation thing. The goal was just beat the Lakers. Never consider everybody else in the West. To me, I could be wrong. Number 7, I got the 1999 Knicks, okay? That 99 Knicks team, that was the 8th seed, and got all the way to the finals. They had to run into a young Tim Duncan and a David Robinson, Sean Elliott them. That Knicks team was really good. Sprewell, Larry Johnson, all of them.
They shouldn't have won that championship, though.
Feel
that
like
Spurs team is one of the best teams of all time.
that Spurs team only lost 3 games coming up to that finals. They had swept like the Lakers, they had swept somebody else, and they had won one. The Knicks won one against them in the finals, and somebody else won once against them.
Oh, by the way, the Spurs team that that should be an honorable mention team. I don't think I put it on my list. The Spurs team that lost in 94-95 when the Rockets won the championship, that was a year that I think Robinson won the MVP or should have won MVP, whatever it was. That Spurs team was by far better than Houston in the regular season.
By statistics.
By a billion light years.
Like I said, Knicks were the 8th seed, put out the number 1 seed, which was the Heat at that time. Got them out of there. The Spurs had only lost 3 games up to that, so I understand why the Spurs won, but I thought that Knicks team was like, that was it. I thought they had enough. They had enough shooting. They were balling out.
When Sean Marion went to the Mavericks after the Suns or before the Suns? After the Suns? He was on 2006 Mavericks?
Yeah. He was on Miami too. Number 6.
And Toronto.
Okay, well,
Number
he
6.
was on those teams. He sucked.
Number 6, I got the 03-04 Minnesota Timberwolves, okay? That team was great. That team got beat by the Lakers, but I feel like that team would have beat the Pistons that year in the finals. Now, they only played them twice that year, and it would have been a good matchup, but it would have been a way better series of the Timberwolves and Pistons than it was the Lakers and the Pistons, because the Lakers won 1-1? It was like 1-4, right? And then the Timberwolves during the season split the season against they swept the series against the Pistons that year. Each game was by 1 point. I thought that Minnesota Timberwolves was phenomenal. Garnett, Wally Szczerbiak, Sprewell, Sam Cassell. That team was phenomenal.
You forgot that point guard.
Who's the point guard? Cassell was the point guard. Wally Szczerbiak, Sprewell. Marbury wasn't on that team.
Oh.
He was in New Jersey. Or no, he was here. What was that? 04?
03-04.
Yeah, he was here.
Number 5, I got the 03-04 Lakers Pistons. I think they should have won. I mean, come on, you still had Kobe and Shaq. No matter how, I just wouldn't have thought the Pistons would have still had enough to beat them two. And they had a pretty decent Karl Malone. They had Gary Payton. They had Derek Fisher. They still had a solid team.
That year is weird. I looked at that year statistically. There was no team that stood out whatsoever. There was like a jumbled mediocreness.
I thought that team, Lakers...
It was the perfect year for a team like Detroit to win a championship.
Number 4, I got the 2015-16 Thunder. I mean, they were up 3-1 on the Warriors, and that team was phenomenal. That team was good.
Oh, I got a different Thunder
team. They had
a
really good team to beat, and they lost 3-1 to the Warriors. Number 5...
Not 3-1. They were up 3-1.
They were up 3-1, yeah. Number 3, I got the 2015-2016 Warriors. I mean, the Warriors go ahead and beat the Thunder, then the Warriors go ahead and lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers up 3-1 in the same type of situation. So it was like, wait a minute, you knocked the team out that were up 3-1 on you, then you lose to a team that were up 3-1 on you, and you had the most wins in NBA history.
Fatigue.
I mean, come on. I mean, could be maybe, but honestly, it was just a lot of bad luck. And that Curry around the back pass to Klay Thompson in the corner was utter foolishness at the time.
Still is.
Yeah, still is. And number 2, I got the 92-93 Suns. Look, you ran into the Bulls. I get it. But that was Barkley MVP year. That Suns team was phenomenal. That was the only time, and that was the third championship, right, for the Bulls? Because they got the Blazers. Mm-hmm. Third championship. That was the one out of the 3 that I thought, like, okay, the Bulls are going to lose this one. That was the only one I thought that. I never thought that about the Blazers. I never thought that about the other team. I don't remember. I never thought that about any of them. And
they beat the Lakers first, then they beat the Blazers.
Blazers. I never thought they were gonna. I didn't think they were gonna beat the Lakers.
And they mashed the Lakers.
I didn't think they were gonna beat the Blazers. No, I thought they were gonna. I knew they would beat the Lakers. I knew they beat the Blazers. The Suns. I was like, oh, that's it. The Suns got them. Nope, they didn't. And number 1, the 06-07 Suns. I mean, you could even put a little bit larger block. Now you can argue if Amari didn't get suspended, they would have won. But even
Joe Johnson didn't break his face in that series the year before.
If he wouldn't have got injured, that was the biggest thing. I don't know if that's the same year y'all talking about, but Joe Johnson...
That was a year before.
Joe Johnson getting injured changed everything.
But what made that even crazier, even going back to that Suns, what was that? The one that just said, the 92-93 Suns. It just wasn't the same after that. Barkley... Like, it was like, man, y'all got to the finals to lose to the Bulls, and then the team just goes downhill. Mm-hmm. Like, Barkley didn't want to be in there no more. They having issues, like all kind of stuff. And then all those teams, all those Suns teams with Nash and Stoudemire, one of those teams should have got to the finals at the very least.
Yes.
That year they had Quentin Richardson, Jim Jackson, Tim Thomas, Joe Johnson, Stoudemire, Nash, Marion. Them teams were phenomenal at basketball, scoring, not defense stuff. They didn't get to it. Then as soon as that season ended, Quentin Richardson was gone, Tim Thomas was gone, Jim Jackson was gone. Then it was like, okay.
Joe Johnson.
Their next team was actually a lot better.
No, the next team was a lot better. And then it just never panned out. They kept running into the Spurs. That's why everyone hates the Spurs so much here.
That was, you talked about bad luck earlier with somebody's championship. The Suns had bad luck too because they had Nash get slammed in the boards and then Amari's thrown out, but no one else.
Yeah, but that's the team I got at number one. That
I know.
team's number
I'm
one.
saying you talk about bad luck,
and I blame Nash for that
earlier. So there's definitely bad luck in that as well because the suspension thing was subjective. And they didn't lose because they got dominated. You know what I mean? They had these little things go against them and whatever, and then you oh yeah.
And I blame Nash to this day for that happening. So because
I don't remember that.
Because when he got touched, he acted like he was hit with a sniper rifle. He was not thrown into that wall. He was like this. He was like,
well, wait, you blame someone for falling over for what the league did?
I blame him.
Blame Steve Nash.
Oh, no. The league shouldn't have done that, but Amari got off the bench because you weren't supposed to rule to not to get off the bench.
He put his toe on the line.
Whatever it was. But yet, Nash had no business just flopping like that.
And
flopping, acting, it causes, I didn't like it.
And Diao got suspended too.
What does that got to do with?
I'm just me.
Amari and Diao.
It's just me.
You're starting and your backup power forward.
Boring Diao?
Where's he at?
The most boring player of all
France.
time.
Oui. All right, who's next?
We don't know that, but he's from France.
France.
I'll do mine right now because it's going to be
mine.
controversial anyways because it's based, for the most part, based on statistics. And there's actually a lot of teams that you didn't mention. So the number 10 is 17-18 Rockets. I mean, they should have beat the Warriors, and then they easily would have won the championship.
I was going to make
they
it
got there.
No.
Yes.
I mean, you literally had a team. I mean, technically speaking, through their wins and all that stuff, maybe,
they were the best team in the Western Conference that year.
100%. But the issue is that literally none of them had any type of experience getting any further than what they did. Besides, Harden got to the finals one time when he was a rookie.
That's irrelevant.
Or
the team,
two rookies.
The whole point of this is the team. What teams did not win the championship? That team should have won the championship. 06-07 Suns. That was the second time they played the Spurs, and that team was better than the first one statistically, so I chose that one instead.
That's the one I said.
Not saying they necessarily should have won a championship, but in that era of Suns basketball, they should have won one of those years. They just got bad luck that they ran into the Spurs every single time. The 08-09 Cavs. The Cavs should have won. That was the year the Celtics were the super team of that Celtics team. People don't recognize it as one of the greatest NBA teams of all time. That's the one that beat the Lakers in the championship. The Cavs team were almost as good as the Celtics, but it was just you just run into a buzzsaw. So, and that was the year. That was the year that LeBron and Pierce were talking crazy with each other in the series and all that kind of stuff.
But was that the year before LeBron left?
That was the
year. He went. He went to Miami 10-11 was his first year, or no, 9-10 I think. Right? Yeah. So 08-09 Cavs. You mentioned Thunder earlier, but they actually had a better team. 12-13 Oklahoma Thunder when Kevin Durant was a little bit younger, and all the players on the team were younger. That was one of the first years where you could see Kevin Durant.
I got something way too high.
Getting ready to leave because if it's not going to happen here now, whatever, when's it going to happen? But the 12-13 Thunder were better than the Thunder team that you put on the list. Their season-long rating is one of the top Western Conference teams of all time.
15-16 is when he left.
No, I know, but 12-13 is when you could kind of see the if he can't win it with these other superstars, how's he going to win it?
I think the issue there too was Westbrook. That was when you that year was when Westbrook really started becoming Westbrook. Because I think that's that team. One of the games, who did they get put out by?
I don't remember. I can look it up.
I can't remember, but I think Westbrook had 9 turnovers in the fourth quarter or something.
Sounds like Westbrook.
It was something like that, and it was just what is going on?
That was when Westbrook used to play that hero ball.
I feel like that was when Westbrook really started to come out, and we was he's exciting, but he's out of control.
Let me see. I'll tell you who they. So they were 60-22. Their record.
Yeah.
They were the best team. So let's see here. They finished first in their division. They lost to Memphis in the semis, 4-1.
That's right.
They had no business losing to Memphis.
I forgot about that.
No business. All right, so that was 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 6, the 90-91 Trailblazers. So not the year they made the finals. The year before that, when the Lakers went to the finals. That Blazers team was better than the one that went to the finals. They were better overall than the Lakers and lost 4-2 to the Lakers
that team
in the
was
series.
better, but the issue with that team was Terry Porter was their second best player on the team. He shouldn't have been their second.
He was
best
an
player
all-star that year, though. Him, Duckworth, and
Clyde Drexler.
Clyde were all all-stars.
Terry
It
Porter,
was a better team. Trust me. Statistically, it was a better team. Like, if they would have played the year before, they should have won a series against, or year after. Sorry, they should have beat the next team. I can't believe you didn't have any of the Jazz teams on the list. That's kind of crazy. Like, fam, what? They would have won a championship easily if they didn't run a Jordan.
Yeah, but
96, 97 Jazz is number 6 or 5.
I would have put one of them, but they ran into him twice. So it was just like, in neither series I thought was like.
Yeah, but one of the years they were markedly better than the other year. In 96, 97, they were way better than they were the next year.
Were Bulls the number one team in the East both times?
Yeah. Bulls were always at the best.
Was Utah number one team in the West?
They were in 96, 97. I don't know about the other year, the next year. And you also didn't put the...
And those Jazz teams are very disrespected, and I said that last week.
Yeah, of course they are. They got 2 Hall of Famers on them and other good players.
2 of the greatest.
You also didn't put the Sonics on. You didn't have put one Sonics team?
I didn't put one Sonic on the one because...
Number 4, 93, 94 Sonics. Not even the team that made the finals. The team before the finals year, or 2 years before the finals when they played the Bulls, was better. They had no business losing to Houston or anyone else in the playoffs. No business.
I mean, fine.
Fam,
I mean, if you would have picked the Nuggets
93,
here, maybe
94,
because the
fire.
Nuggets year they were number one in the league. Like they were number one team in the league, and the best player in the Nuggets at that time was LaFonso Willis. Like they shouldn't have lost. They shouldn't have got swept. They shouldn't have lost to the Nuggets that year. They were the number one team in the West. That would have been the year to me.
No. So, well... But
They were way too young the year you talking about.
No, they weren't. They were the best team in the league.
What year is this?
93, 94 Sonics were the best team in the league.
And they got put up by the Rockets?
I don't know if they lost specifically the Rockets, but the Rockets are who won, and the Rockets were not a better team.
Then that might have been the year they got put up by the Nuggets then. That might be the same year I'm thinking of.
Okay, maybe it was.
Yeah, that's the same year. They should have won that year. You're right.
Let me see. I'm just going to make sure, because we have all our critics want to do SportsCenter stuff. All right, let's see. Yeah, they were first in the NBA record, 63 and 19.
And then lost to the Nuggets in the 8. And then Nuggets lost
and they
to
lost to Denver in the first round, 3-2.
That's the year. You're right.
Yeah. That was 4. Number 3 are all fairly recent, so I'm probably going to get crucified for this because these are mostly statistical based. But 1920 Milwaukee Bucks. This Bucks team should have won a championship.
1920?
Yeah, that was last year.
You mean 2020?
That's what I said.
You said
19. No. 2019.
Oh,
19.
19.
So 1920.
Okay. All right.
The Bucks team last year was statistically like a top 15 team of all time, at least in the regular season. Obviously, there are arguments about Giannis not being able to score in the postseason in the fourth quarter because he doesn't shoot and doesn't shoot free throws or whatever else. That's a perfectly fine argument.
Bro, you remember how wild we thought Gregory was when he said Giannis was going to be one of the greatest players ever?
I think he was already trending that way, but he said top 5. He guaranteed top 5 player of all time. I still don't think he's going to be top 5. Now, he is going to be one of the 25 best if he doesn't get injured. But, yeah, I mean, top 5 is crazy. Top 5 is LeBron, Jordan, Magic, Bird, Wilt Chamberlain territory. Like, I don't think he's passing any of those dudes. I mean,
You forget anybody?
you think he is? Or
You forget anybody?
not Steve Nash, if that's what you're thinking, or Barkley. Either one of them's in the top 5. Who are you?
Kobe?
Kobe's not top 5 for me. For me.
Statistically speaking, he's a crazy person.
Kobe, in my favorite players, makes the top 5 by far because my favorite players are always guards or wings. So if you did favorite players of all time, Kobe might be second behind Jordan. Also, I love Sprewell, even though Sprewell's not going to be listed anywhere on any of the
My favorite player of all time, Larry Johnson. So
listings or whatever.
I'm a
But yeah,
Fonzo Willis
Kobe's
fan.
definitely like a top 5 favorite, but not like. For me, Kobe would be like in around like 11 to 15 ish all time, but that's mainly statistically based. And I don't mean like championships or points per game or any of that stuff. I mean like efficiency.
EKG.
Number 2, people aren't going to remember this because of how good the Warriors were that year, but the second best team in the league, which is technically a top 10 team of all time, at least statistically, the Spurs were 67 and 15 that year. They had Kawhi, Duncan,
Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge, Ginobili.
Who put them out?
Point guard man.
Tony Parker?
they lost to whoever they must have lost to OKC because they lost to whoever the Warriors played in the Western Conference Finals.
I think it was OKC.
So that team went 67-15, and 67-15 in a normal year would be the best record in the league by far. But the Warriors just happened to go 73-9. So a lot of people forget about how good that Spurs team was. Kawhi missed a lot of games. I looked it up. I think he only played like 64 of this 82 games. But in the 64 games he played, it was his best year by far. His defensive
Was that the year that he was like
numbers-
hurt and he kept being like, I'm not coming back? Was that year?
I don't know. I think it was. He was only 24 years old. I looked at that when I
That
saw
was
the
just
thing.
a few
So he
years
was,
ago before he went to the Raptors.
he was fairly young, yeah.
Yeah.
But because there was like a lockout or something, wasn't there? When he did
No.
that, when he did the I'm not coming back thing, or did he just sit out the season
He just
because
sat
he
out.
didn't come back?
No. He just refused to.
He refused to play. He was like, they were like, you're like, he got
kept telling
cleared.
him he was healthy to play.
And he's
but
like,
he
I'm not-
wouldn't.
Right, but
Yeah.
didn't something happen
But
with
that
the
was like
league
2 years
too,
ago,
or no?
3 years ago. No.
I thought something happened where it was like everyone was out, and then he just kind of was like, "I'm not going to come back." It was
No,
only him who was
like
out?
the
It was,
doctors were like, you're cleared to play, like you're fine to play. And he's like, no, I'm
and then
not.
him and Popovich
And that
had
was
that
in the
issue.
run to the playoffs, still, right?
Yes.
The year before,
Yeah.
and then all right, that makes
They
sense.
lost to the Clippers, beat them maybe, put them out. I can't remember.
So that 15-16 Spurs team was the year LeBron won it with Cleveland, and Golden State was 73-9. So that's why people forget about that Spurs team. But that Spurs team was in any other year would have beat the brakes off anyone for a championship. And then number one is obvious, Golden State. It was Steph's best season ever. Blanc trying to compare what Steph did this year to that year. It's not even close when you look at efficiency statistics. That was one of the greatest seasons for any player in NBA history. Rivaled Jordan, rivaled any of LeBron seasons. Steph was the MVP, and they were up 3-1. I mean, they were down 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals, so you can make an argument OKC could have been there too, but they were up 3-1 in the finals, and LeBron and Kyrie were like, nope, we ain't going out. So, best season record ever. Steph Curry had his best season ever. And they had the NBA record for 73-9. So, I mean, to me, that's number one.
Simple.
I'm not as confident in my list anymore.
Yeah, you made edits.
Well, I mean, I just made a list of basically based on statistics with a couple personal favorites, so I don't think there's any wrong answers here. I know you got a lot. You probably got at least two Suns teams on
yeah,
there.
there's no wrong answers.
There's wrong answers.
No, there isn't.
I'm sure you have two Suns teams on there, and when Andy listens to it, Andy will clap later.
The
Slow clap.
honorable mentions. I mean, it could are fine. Like we had the Magic and stuff like that. Like I mean, when I had the '99 Knicks, they were nowhere near better than that Spurs team.
All right.
But I feel like that was the best Knicks team to have an opportunity within the last 20 years.
Number 10, 94-95 Magic.
Did you just add that?
No.
Okay.
I moved them. I had them higher.
All right.
Number 10, 2002-2003 New Jersey Nets.
No, none of those Nets teams.
You don't think any of those Nets teams?
Those Nets teams were really good, but they were not even comparable to any West team. They were number one both those years in the East.
Yeah, they got smoked.
and they got swept by the Spurs, and then they got
I think the
swept by the
beat them
Lakers.
1 year, yeah.
Yeah, it was good,
teams.
but it's the wrong answer. Like I mean,
So number 8,
ooh, them would have been hard wins. The Spurs and the Lakers? No way.
97-98 Pacers. Number 8.
I could see an argument for Reggie Miller team. They
Mark
almost beat the Bulls.
Jackson.
They were up 3-2.
Mark
on the Bulls in
Jackson,
that
Reggie
series.
Miller, Chris Mullin, Dale Davis, Rick Smits.
Now, it wasn't a better team than Chicago, but they were up 3-2, so
I don't know if that's the series I would have. I mean, I don't know.
it was the best Pacers team by far. Now, the Bulls were a little bit down from the last two previous years, but it was the best Pacers team by. Now, I don't mean best Pacers team of all time, but best Pacers team of Reggie Miller era, because he never had any other shot other than that. And
Yeah, but
he just
got
played
to
in a
the-
bad era.
Yeah, but he got to the finals with a different Pacers team. I mean, they got swept by the Lakers.
They didn't have it. That was Kobe's first championship, I think. That was when Kobe turned his ankle or something, right?
I thought
when they beat the Pacers.
Kobe's first championship was against the Sixers. I thought. Step over, Iverson.
I don't think so.
I can't believe actually that none of us even had the
I
Sixers on
remember-
our honorable mentions.
I remember watching the Pacers.
Honorable mentions?
You couldn't have the Sixers.
I
Because
remember watching that
Iverson literally
Pacers
carried those
series
entire
at
teams.
the bar.
Iverson couldn't carry a team. He could carry.
McKee, Mutombo.
No, he could carry them to the championship. He was not carrying them over the West. It didn't matter who came out the West. That Sixers team would have lost.
Number 7, 93-94 Sonics.
Same way we had. Yep.
And then
Yeah,
George
this
number 5.
was Kobe's first championship because this says this was the Lakers' first championship in 12 years.
Number 6,
I thought so.
2001,
Indiana.
2002 Sacramento Kings.
Who they lose to?
Yeah, I mean,
They were lost to I think they lost in the Western Conference.
which was the one when they threw Shaq the lob and everybody thought the refs were cheating? That was Portland,
Blazers,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that was Portland. All right. But the same
this-
year, Sacramento was good, weren't they? Or in that
Blazers,
same era?
I think Blazers was up by like 20 in that game.
Yeah, they were.
This team
that was
had
Game 7 too.
Mike Bibby, Doug Christie, before he used to get beat by his wife, Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, and Vlade Divac.
Yeah, but literally, you know what the issue with those Kings teams were? Somebody was hurt. Whether it was
Somebody's
Weber's back,
always hurt.
whether it was Vladdy's feet, whether it was like, I mean, they only built those teams to beat the Lakers. Now, I can't remember who put that team out. I don't remember if it was the Mavericks or because what year did Dwayne Wade win the championship?
Dear God, Shaq had 43 and 19 in the first game of that Indiana series, and he had 40 and 24 in the second
That's
game.
why Shaq is a top 5.
God.
That's why when Shaq
my
talks junk about
God.
players, I'm sorry, it's warranted.
Well, yeah, of course. Like
He can say what he wants. They think Shaq is a hater.
to me,
Shaq was
he's the
for
greatest
real.
center of all time that I've seen with my own two eyes.
Greatest of all time.
that I've seen, but Akeem is
No.
disrespected, and David Robinson is disrespected.
David Robinson is very disrespected, and we talked about that.
they
But
both
Shaq is whether I've seen him or not, because Will Chamberlain played
33
against
and 13 in the
Will
next
Chamberlain played against like people's like neighbors and stuff. Like they were accountants
The
and plumbers.
Kings lost in the Western Conference Finals to the Lakers.
Oh my
Is that
God.
the one where Doug Christie got into the fight with
Fam,
Rick Fox?
Let me just do all Shaq's stats in this series before. So 43 and 19 game 1, 40-24 game 2, 33 and 13 in game 3, 36 and 21 in game 4.
What series is this?
35 and 11 in game 5,
Against
the
the Blazers.
Pacers.
Oh, Pacers
The
finals.
first Kobe championship. 35 and 11 in game 5 and 41 and 12 in game 6. Are you kidding me?
Dominant.
Are you kidding me?
Dominant.
And he's playing Smits too, I think, in that series,
Rick
right?
Smits,
Who was
yeah.
like 7-3.
And against the Davis boys, I think we're both there still.
Yeah, that was a tough team.
That's a tough team.
Number 5, 92-93 Knicks.
92, 93 Knicks.
Doc Rivers, John Starks, Charles Smith, Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing.
I'm fine with putting a Knicks team on the list. I don't. That might be a little high, but the Knicks should have
this
won
one-
a championship.
Was this a Western Conference? Now
Eastern Conference? You mean?
should have won one.
They should have. They had. I mean, there's a Patrick Ewing's a Hall of Famer. John Starks was not like a all NBA team level guard, but he was really good.
I would have said they should have
Larry
won one.
Johnson was really good when he was there.
That was the year I said he wasn't there with them.
No, I'm not talking about. I said the era. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
that
about a
era.
specific
Yeah.
team. Oh, you're talking about like later on or what?
Larry Johnson wasn't.
Even
on
like wasn't
any of those
Allen
Patrick
Houston
Ewing
was
teams.
good.
No. But that was still the same Patrick Ewing run though, and John
Yeah.
Starks.
Oh, you're talking about the other teams they had to beat to get through there.
Yeah, the team was good enough to win the championship, but they played in Jordan's era and Isaiah Thomas's era, and Larry Bird kinda, and then the era after Jordan.
I have a problem with saying any of those Knicks teams won because they couldn't even get to the finals. Like they just couldn't even. Get
couldn't beat
there.
Jordan.
I know that, but like if they would have got there once, at least with one of those
They did.
squads,
Can't beat
even
Michael
if they
Jordan,
lost.
They did.
No, they didn't. They got there against the Rockets.
They did.
They were old and washed by then.
They made the finals once, but it was when Jordan was gone.
Yeah, when Jordan was gone.
Yeah, and they got swept by the Rockets. I mean,
They
they won
swept?
one. They won one, I think.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
think
95.
they ever got swept. Yeah,
I think they
I mean-
won one.
I mean, 90
I think they won one game. I think did the Rockets sweep
Yeah,
Orlando?
95, right? 95, 94?
I think Rockets swept Orlando.
No, I think
and
it was
Knicks won
4-1
Yeah.
because I don't
They
think
won
Shaq
one.
got swept.
I think Orlando got swept by the Rockets that year. What's the next one?
Number 4, 96-97 Utah Jazz.
It's fine.
Number 3, 2012 Thunder.
Yeah, that's the one I said.
That's the one he said. You're right.
Number 2,
It's lost
1992, 1993 Phoenix Suns.
I assumed you would have that.
I had that number 2 as well.
Number 1, 2004, 2005 Phoenix Suns.
And that was the one with Quinn Richardson and all them, right?
It was it was Steve Nash, Joe Johnson, Quentin Richardson,
Jim Jackson.
Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire,
Tim
Jim,
Thomas.
Jim Jackson, Tim Thomas.
That team was balling.
Ricardo's gonna be mad
that-
at you because it was 4-3 Houston. The Knicks took them to Game 7 in the finals. 93-94 season.
Dang. I don't remember that.
And that was the year that Joe Johnson broke his face. Like
That was the one he broke that face. I remember that.
bro, he landed on his and he came back and played. Remember, he played a mask for like.
mask.
Yeah,
for
but
a
he was
while.
terrible when he did
He was
that.
terrible with
He
the
had
mask.
a broken orbital. That was the first time I'd ever
Yeah.
heard of that injury.
LeBron gets.
I
poked in the
still
eye.
think they would have
He's
won
on
the
ground for
championship
3
if he
hours.
was healthy. Because they
would've.
They looked like the best team when
And
whenever they were on the
Amari
court.
got hurt.
I don't remember Amari being hurt that year.
Dude, Nash drug a lot of fucking
Don't do that.
terrible teams deep into the playoffs.
Don't do that.
He did.
That's a team full of former
Also,
all-stars.
I'm not talking about that team.
Also, I didn't
about- but
realize
a lot of
Amari
teams-
was like in the league like 4 years already before they had any of those good teams.
Yeah.
I looked at that like, fam, how was Amari in the league He came from high school, so he was young,
Yeah.
but he was in the league 4 years.
with fucking what's
Like
his
his
name?
rookie-
With fucking Marbury at point guard. Yeah.
He had 2 years in the league before D'Antoni was there. Like then the
yeah.
second year,
Yeah.
D'Antoni came like at the end
but
of the
that was
season
when you
because the
could
coach
see
was so bad.
that they had something special with them because them Warriors,
Nash
them
wasn't even there
Warriors
yet.
Suns games. No, but Marbury
he was
was.
Marbury.
But you could already tell because him and Marbury used to be baller. Them Warriors games, they'd be like 145 to 148. I used to be like, good lord.
and they would be up by 50 and then lose by 3.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I don't remember Amari playing 2 years in the NBA before Nash even got there. That's crazy to me.
Oh, I do. Because them
I
games
definitely
were
don't.
exciting. Right?
Yeah, it was like
Because I remember
Exciting. Before Nash got there?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Like
was
they
still-
would,
they
they
had
would,
Marbury
like,
and
they would,
Amari.
like, first half they would blow teams out and then they would lose.
It wasn't more exciting than when Nash got there, but it was
exciting.
exciting. Because I remember watching my uncle. My uncle would be like, "Oh yeah, that kid, he's gonna be done because he dunks way too much." That's when he didn't do nothing else but dunk. He was like, "Oh, them knees ain't taking all that jumping off the ground and landing." By the time he went to the Knicks, he was cooked.
Greg's family might be psychics.
Now he did have a ball out year with the Knicks. That first season with the Knicks, and then after that,
Greg's family might be psychics about everything except for Cowboys football.
Yeah. I looked at Amari's numbers.
Oh, they're right, 'cause they
He
hate the
actually
Cowboys.
never had like an elite season, like a LeBron or whatever type level season. Now, obviously, I'm not putting him with LeBron, but I'm just saying.
who Amari didn't?
Amari never
He didn't.
had one of
But I
those
remember
years
one
that
year.
was like-
One year he was voted by.
He had
every
like
single,
one year that was kind of like, all right, you could see All NBA maybe, like statistically.
One
The-
year
When the year that he signed his first year with the Knicks, he was like front runner for
he was
MVP.
balling. He was balling out.
I looked
Now,
at the
one
numbers
year-
and they were not impressive.
One year, he was voted by all NBA gyms, I think, as the only person that he's the person that they would trade anybody in their team for.
Yes.
That 1 year.
Yeah, I think I remember that, but
Anyways,
And then, like Greg said, his knees betrayed him.
it's too much dunking.
Too much dunking.
Way too much dunking.
dunking.
Way too
I
much.
don't think that's
I
a
no,
thing.
no, no. Because I remember the first time he had to get fluid removed from his knee, I was like, oh, that's it.
So-
Once it goes from there, it's over.
And then he punched the
2 of the
exit sign,
years with
broke
the-
his hand all
That
out.
was with the Knicks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 of the years with the Suns were better than his best Knicks year.
Probably.
But
that was-
that first year with the Knicks, before he started doing dumb shit like punching exit signs and stuff, he was
hydrants.
front runner for MVP.
I don't know about that. Let me see where he finished in the MVP race. Because I think this thing. Oh no, it doesn't show it. It only shows it on baseball.
What
Let's
quarter of the
see.
Suns game?
He averaged 25,
All right, let's go.
25 and 8 with the Knicks that year.
Baller.
So that's probably why people thought that. But he was much better with the Suns. Even though his numbers might have been a little bit less.
Yeah, no. He was balling with the Knicks, one, because like everyone thought he was
Yeah,
washed.
they didn't- well, they
Thought he
also
was
didn't have
washed.
nobody, so.
2, they didn't have nobody else. Because it was like, all right, we knew
They
he was
definitely didn't
injured.
have Nash, Marion, and Steve, or not Steve. What's his name? Joe Johnson. So-
No, I think the Knicks had shoot. Who knows? Who could even remember a Knicks player back then on a Stoudemire team?
Robinson?
Robinson who?
Nate Robinson?
Crusoe.
Nate Robinson. He did have a Nate Robinson on there.
Robinson who? Cano?
I was thinking like Robinson who? Me?
What is that? 2000? What would that have been? 2008?
That was a long time ago.
No, I think it said like 11, 12 or something, but I could be wrong. About
All right, I
10,
want some
11.
wings.
Oh, I remember.
I want some.
Who was that?
Some
that point
wings.
guard that was like supposed to be a stud. Oh, Carmelo was on that team.
With Stoudemire?
Yeah.
Carmelo didn't play for the Knicks,
Yeah,
did
he
he?
did. Yeah, he did.
Fam, you good?
Are you out
No.
of control,
Carmelo Anthony
Yes.
dude? Listen to
Nuggets?
this. Listen to this.
didn't play with
Nuggets
the
and-
Knicks. Is this guy?
Listen to this.
Some dead
Listen to
serious.
this.
I don't. How long was he there?
Like 5 years, 6 years,
really?
or longer.
Fam.
Are you kidding me?
Some people don't even know he played for the Nuggets.
Yeah.
That's how long he was on the Knicks.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
Some people didn't know he played for his first franchise. What?
Fam, that's how long he
That's
was
how
on
long
the
he was on the
Knicks.
Knicks.
That's not.
He might have been on the Knicks like 8 years. Maybe longer.
I think you're making this up.
No,
Bro,
I'm
listen,
not.
listen to these players on the Knicks.
No, I'm not.
When Amari was there his first year, Carmelo, Chauncey Billups.
He played way longer with the Nuggets, but I see what you're saying.
Raymond Felton. That's who I was thinking.
He did.
Raymond Felton.
Raymond Felton was,
He was on the
tight.
Nuggets. Okay, sorry. He was on the Nuggets 8 years and on the Knicks 6 years. Sorry, it's not way more. It's more. It's way more to me. That's 25%.
Amari.
It is.
Bro, they had a Sean Williams and Sheldon Williams, bro. That must have got confusing. They're both 6'9". And they're both power
They're
forwards.
brothers.
Dude, they had like a pretty good squad.
Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs.
Raymond Felton, Chauncey Billups, Carmelo, and Amari.
Yeah, so in his 8th year is when he was traded to the Knicks. After he had played 50 games for
The
Denver.
Nuggets are booing them the other night. All right, you ready to go?
That's a sneak this.
I mean, I'm dead honest.
How do you not remember the
I don't
Knicks?
remember
Are you
Carmelo and the
kidding
Knicks.
me?
I'm dead
You have dementia?
serious.
Bro, you might have early onset
Isn't
dementia.
this a thing?
Yeah, you good?
Isn't this your shtick?
Bro, and when he was on the Knicks, he was
That's a sneak this.
bam,
Pow, pow, pow.
thriving.